Everybody, welcome back. It's AskPad13. I hope you're excited for another fun day of Rocket League show matches. If you're watching this after the fact, welcome. Jump ahead, skip ahead, see the Rocket League action. It's going to take us a while to get into things live here. But if you're watching the VOD, you're more than welcome to jump ahead and watch some of the fun Rocket League show match action. We're going to have so much. I already know, going to be some jam-packed matches today. We've had quite a few Game 5s in recent times. So I expect that to continue today. Welcome, Nez. How are you doing, Nez? I'm doing great. I'm doing really excellent today. I'm excited for some show matches. I'm going to try some chatbot shenanigans. We'll see if we can get a new way to queue up for the show matches. So I'm going to be tinkering around with that today. But it's going to be fun. Welcome, Logan. Welcome, Logan. How are you doing? How are both of you guys? Nez, Logan, I hope you guys are doing very well. And if you give me a minute here, we'll get things rolling. So we're going to be getting into the Rocket League show matches. If you want to play, be free to let me know in chat. I'm doing great, Logan. Doing great. Doing great. Hope you're doing well as well. Welcome, Zach Flame. How are you doing, Zach? How are you doing? It's going well over here. Like I said, I'm excited to try out some new chatbot features. We'll see if it works. I have no idea for certain if it will, but you never know. You finally had school. Nice, nice. Yeah. If you enjoyed it, let's trying to get the bot in here. It's not quite working. But once I get the bot going, welcome, Ishan. We're trying to get a bot rolling. And it does work. But anyway, once we get this queue system working, let me see if it works. Queue join. Let's see. Well, that did not work. But anyway, the goal will be... Oh, it does work! Oh, okay. Folks, if you want to join a show match, make sure to join the queue by doing that command I just did. !Q join. Let me pin that message if I can. I'm not sure I can pin that message. Anyway, Happy New Year's to you as well, Logan. It is indeed a new year. I just realized, yeah, you're right. I haven't streamed since since the past year. But yeah, a whole new year, 2024. I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited. Let's pull up Rocket League and start getting people in. So, folks, if you want to play, a new way to do it, you have to do !Q join. Yeah, like Nez did. I'm just going to pin your comment, Nez. I couldn't pin mine for some reason. But that is how you do it. That is how you join. Maybe I should get this on screen. You know what? Let's do that. Give me a minute. We're going to do Q join. That's how you get in. I don't know where we want this. Maybe just put it on top of my thingamabob. There we go. That's how you get in it. Alright, we got a lot of people in queue. So I think we're going to start with a 2v2. And it, let me see if I can do this from my chat list. Alright, Frosty, I'm not sure how you leave the queue. I'm going to be honest. I'm a bit new to this, Frosty, but we got ourselves a queue. Very nice. Zach Flame, join the queue, man. You do !Q join. Q space join. It's the pin. I pinned the first person that did it right. And basically, Igor B, great question. What 3v3? Ah, I see. There indeed is a 3v3, but they're still missing a player. Maybe we'll... Yeah, I did start the stream a bit early today. To timings, guys, this is like an hour early. We're going to be going as long as we usually do, though. Yeah, Foodie as one of the channel members. By the way, folks, if you want to become a channel member, completely optional, but one way you can support me. It will never be required, but completely optional. You can schedule show matches in advance if you become a diamond member. So, Foodie, you guys don't have to do it right away, but you guys got your 3v3 whenever you want to. Will I still be streaming in an hour? Yes, I have trust issues. I still will be streaming in an hour. So, I like this. I like this. I can see the whole thing. So let me remove Frosty. Frosty, if you wanted to be removed... Let me double check. I think I've just removed you. Yeah, Frosty, I removed you. Perfect. Okay, so the way people, people join, and then the queue will stay live from here henceforward. Welcome, Gamer Boy. I am Trickshotters. Very nice to see you. Very nice to see you. Very nice to see you, Mr. Trickshotters. On another account. No worries at all. No worries. What advantage do we have scheduling show matches and everyone else? Well, Ishan, if a bunch of people are trying to schedule show matches, the members channel is where I'm going to look first, Ishan. And in general, if that's a perk of being a member is that you get to schedule. So if I let someone else schedule, it's just because I wanted to schedule something in advance. When you're a member scheduling your show match in this schedule channel, that's like, there's going to, that's like more of a guarantee type thing. That you'll be able to schedule them. At least for now, because we have so few. It's queue join. Yeah. You just did it right then, Mr. Gamer Boy. You just did it. Now you're in the queue. Alright. Can I schedule stuff for others? You have to be participating yourself, Booney. You have to be participating yourself. That's the whole point. It's for you, not for everybody. But generally speaking, we don't have enough members to make up some full members matches, so you can get other people into your match, Booney. Yes, Ishan, that's the idea. That's the idea. The Discord, great idea, Suspect. I should notify Discord that I am live a bit early, so let me do it. There we go. I've notified. Zach Flame, you just type !Q space join. Just like the pinned comment or above my head. Let me double check that you guys can see this. But yeah, above my head, you see that? It says Q. I think you guys can. Yeah, Q join. Do that. Q join. Welcome, FCB. Welcome to the chat. Folks, Booney, are you guys ready for the 3v3? If not, we're going to get a 2v2 started up. Because we now have people in the queue. So, we have 5 people in the queue, folks. There is a scheduled show match from some of my channel members. But if you're in the queue now, I guarantee you're in the next couple matches at the latest. So, what is COTE? I don't know what that is. You're ready? Alright, Fooney. Who are we? You know what? I'll invite you and you invite everybody else. Is Twisted playing? I don't know who's playing Fooney. So, how about, yeah, I invite Fooney and Fooney gets everyone else in. And then, folks, we'll use the queue after. Which is the best part about this queue is now I don't have to actually keep track of it. You just join using the queue. It's perfect. Alright, I think I'm gonna like this. Welcome, Hedge. Hedge, we got new functionality here. We have a queue now. Just use the code. It's above my head, and I pinned someone a comment where someone did it, and you join the queue. You're a member, so I feel like I might be able to give priority to members in the queue. I don't know how I'm gonna do it all, but this is gonna be fun. I'm excited. I like the idea of having a queue. I'm very excited about it. Alright, underrated. The image used last time? Booney, you're gonna have to remind me what image was used last time. I don't quite recall. Underrated. Who sent the image? I can find it. You just gotta tell me who sent it. Add you, Zach Flame. You can add me, or I'll add you after, when we get to your joining. But you can always add me. I'm AskPat13 on in Epic, same as YouTube. Adding me will go quick. It could be easier. The one with okay. Wait, let me find that. Alright, underrated versus we'll have to see who the opponents are. But we're getting folks in for folks. If you're just hopping on, welcome. We're about to get our first show match of the day started. We're grabbing the players. If you want to play, join the queue. You do so by using that code that's floating above my head. !Q space join. I've also pinned it in a comment. You basically join that, and you'll be in line to play in a show match. Well, Nez, no worries. I don't know what the command is, but I can manually remove you, Nez. Nez, if you have to go now, I don't think you could have played an entire show match, but no worries. I cut you off the queue. I put you off of the queue. If anyone can do Q space list to see the list, and basically the first 6, which is perfect that it says 6, or darn it only says 5. The first 6 are in line for the next game. Alright, Alright, I'm getting these teams figured out. I'll accept the friends request. We're almost done getting everybody in. We're waiting on one player. Do you have an image for free hedge? Alright, so you guys can't see the full list, but I can. And yeah, right now we have 7 people in the list, and it does tell me the 2 people that are channel members, Hedge and Ishan, on the end of the list right now. Hedge, you're actually number 6. But you're also, I believe, in this next matchup, so I don't know how that's going to work, but that's okay. In fact, I believe I can port people over from the list that are in this matchup right now, like Hedge. I've selected Hedge. Interesting. Okay, I don't really know how to manage this whole thing, but I've got a queue. I'm very happy about this. The hedgehog emoji. Alright, 1 second. Hedge, have you said something in YouTube chat? I think you did. Yes, we're gonna take your channel logo, and that's gonna be the logo. All right, we've got the teams set. Besides the fact that we're missing somebody, that's okay. This will be a best of 5. Give me a second. And in the meantime, since we are being a bit slow to start, I might as well grab. Oh, you're the AB. Oh, well, Zach, we already have people for this first matchup. It's a selection of people that are members of my channel that are paying to be members, which is, like I said, completely optional. That's one way you can get into show matches quicker. But a completely, free way to support me, it's just watching and being a subscriber. You're going to be in the second show match of the day. Zach, you'll be in the second one today. Just because the channel members got on quicker than I expected. All right. Alright, looks like we're grabbing a replacement for one of the players, and then we'll get started. Reppy, well, Reppy, it could be you, Reppy. It could. Join the queue. You got to join the queue, though. First up in the queue right now is Dr. D, aka Chronic. So maybe, let me make sure, because Funi's the one that's getting a teammate replaced, so I think he's going to pick his teammate. But we'll, yes, Mr. Gamer Boy, you're actually second in the queue right now. Zach Flame is third, Chronic is first, FCB fourth, Ahmad and Ashan. Although if Ashan's in this game, I'm gonna have to take him, yeah, I'm gonna have to take him off the list there. Alright, I don't know what rank you are, but we're gonna get Mr. Chronic in here. I believe, Chronic, you are Cool Dragon. Let me know if that's incorrect. But in the meantime, I was, chat's supposed to be visible. Give me a second. Gotta make sure that's working. I know it's not perfect, but hopefully you guys like having chat on the screen. So let's fix that and make sure you can see it. There we go. I got a little bit of chat on the screen. Alright, we've got Chronic in here. Not the pro Chronic, but Chronic. And we should be ready to get going. Alright, folks, thanks everyone for bearing with me for a moment. Here we go. Alright, let's get into things. I think we'll start off with a Deadeye Canyon Oasis. And we're gonna make this underrated versus hashtag free hedge. Here we go. First match of the night. Underrated versus free hedge. Let's see how it goes. It's gonna be a fun one, that's for sure. Going to be a fun one. Alright, the players are getting in. We're missing a couple players. There we go. Everybody is ready. Free hedge versus underrated. Our first match of the day. I hope you are excited. Let me know with the fan poll. Going to be starting shortly here. Who do you think is going to win this first series? It is a best of 5. Who will win the series? Will it be underrated? Or will it be free hedge? Let me know. The fan poll is live, folks. You can vote for who is your favorite team, who you think is going to emerge victorious here. Let me know with your votes right now. Free hedge taking an early lead in the fan poll. But to take an early lead in this game, they're going to need to do a bit more than just get a couple of votes. They're going to need to score a goal. What can be a tough task against a underrated defense that has been quite strong, especially just the other day. They won their series last stream before the new year. Welcome, Silver Shard. You should make channels for what rank the rank is. Is that a good idea? What do you mean, Silver Shard? I don't know what you quite mean by channels. Do you mean, are you talking about Discord channels? YouTube channels? I don't know what you mean by that. Here we go, though. A chance there for Suspect, unfortunately, doesn't wrap around that ball. Hedge getting bumped by his own teammate and then beat to the ball by Fooney. Free Hedge has to get to the defensive end here. Igor puts that one middle. Suspect should read this one away, and he does. Fooney to follow, but Hedge has an early touch. It's on target. Igor to make the save. He can't get it. And Free Hedge take an early lead and dictate exactly why they should be winning the fan vote. Although the moment I say that, the fan vote goes back to 50-50 tie. A close game, a close vote, but we have a lot of gameplay left ahead of us. Discord channels for what rank they are in Rocket League, and this is issues. I'm sorry, Silver. I'm not really following. I'm following that you would like Discord channels for each rank in Rocket League, but I don't know why. Like, to play on stream with or against, if that's what you're talking about, that could be one way to coordinate show matches. But there's so many ranks in Rocket League that I don't know if a channel per rank or even per ranked set would be very efficient. Here we go, though. Fooney, down to a 2-goal deficit, but if anybody can make the comeback, you imagine it would be Fooney. Underrated, certainly not out of things, especially so early, but They're struggling here at the start of things. 2 goals the worst now. And they're going to have to make a bit of a comeback if they want to see anything. And you know what? It starts off strong. Chronic, goal number 1. And Underrated aren't going to go scoreless here in the early game. He's already attempted the idea in some form by sign up. Oh yeah, I had a sign up form that indeed has kind of been discarded. Speaking of that, Mystic, we have a new way to do it. Of course, I'm always coming up with new ways to sign up for the show matches. Mystic, now you can queue, and anyone for that matter. If you're listening and you want to play in a show match later tonight, the way you get in line is by typing !queue space join. That's how you get in the queue, and we'll get you into a show match later tonight. Yeah, that's exactly it, Mystic. Now you're in the queue, and you're in the in 6. So you're at 6. So you're going to be in the next game, Mystic. Very nice. What about rolls? Silver, that could be a way to do it. I haven't considered. I don't want to add a million, crazy rolls. Obviously, adding ranks is not a crazy roll suggestion. So I will take that into consideration. What are you most interested in having that for? Would you enjoy having that to just play with random people from the server, or do you think that's going to be useful in the midst of a live stream, Mr. Silverchar? Oh, you gotta go. All right, no worries. I hope you have a good one, Silver. See you later if you make it back to stream. Cool, that's a lot better. I agree, Mystic. It is a lot better. And I have a list, so it's not just like a text, although it is obviously the chat. I can open up a web page and see the full list, so it's very useful. I'm gonna like having this. No more manually keeping track of people. Here we go. Suspect to pass. Hedge is there. Nearly puts it in, but it is saved away by Foodie. And a really important save here. The final minute 30 now. And get down 2 goals this late stage would be rough. It would be an unfortunate time to go down that far. We'll have to see what can be done in the time they do have remaining, though, because they remain just down 1 goal. But you know what? Maybe it will be 2. It is. Twisted puts home goal number 3. And unfortunately for Underrated, Team Free Hedge is dominating in Game 1. Dominating so far. Oh yeah, we have to remove Chronic from the list. Thanks for reminding me, FCB. Let me go ahead and do that. Alright, he is now off the list. So you should see that reflected. But no, it's very exciting. You know what's exciting too? This game, Chronic getting goal number 2 and making sure that Underrated don't get too underrated. Making sure they have at least a chance in this game. And with 1:05 to go, they just need 1 singular goal. And they are right into the thick of things, perhaps into even an overtime in game number 1. Interestingly, Underrated is not being underrated in this fan vote. 67% of you believe they're going to win this game. In the past, their name has come true. They indeed won the game despite losing the fan poll. But so far, this game, the opposite. They are losing in the game, but winning in the fan poll. Maybe Underrated is a bit overrated, or perhaps even more likely, it's just too early to tell here. As we still have 30 seconds left in game number 1. Can Underrated do anything with this time they have left? They have a tough position on the field. One gets beaten out, but a goal is there. And as the time continues to trickle away, we need to see the magic happening here. If they can't get it done, Underrated will drop this game. That's a nice start, but no one is there for the follow-up. And Chronic misses that ball as well. Just 10 seconds remaining now, and they have to work from their own backboard. Fooney gets past one, but can't 50 against the other. Chronic has to make a save. He can't even manage that. And Team Free Hedge take a 2-goal lead with 4 seconds to go. The game is sealed with that dagger. And we will advance to game 2 with a lead for Free Hedge. Hedge, is freed as he is playing in this game, but an old meme dies hard, and this team, similarly to that meme, are refusing to die, starting off this series strong with a win. And you imagine, they're probably the favorites moving into the rest of this game. Now, the fan vote has the opposite fan vote right now. Oh, man. I meant to change. Next time I'll change the map. Remind me, chat. I'm always going to forget. Yes, Seer. Yes, we have a queue now. So you join the queue by typing !Q space join. It's a pinned comment. It's above my head. Use that, and it's great. You're in the queue, and you'll get into a show match when we can get you in. I love it. I'm gonna love having this. It's very nice. Alright, gotta go. Well, Gamer Boy, no worries, because the way the queue is gonna work is if someone in the queue just isn't here, I'll just take them off the queue. But, you know, you might not be able to play if, that's okay, Gamer Boy, that's okay. Mystic, how would you rank roles? Would you make it free to pick from a designated channel, just hope people tell the truth? Well, great point, Mystic. If I do roles in Discord, I'm not going to use that to pick show matches, because like you said, the verifying people is a lot, and I realize it's probably better to just roll with the punches in the terms of the show matches. And frankly, I feel like some of you have gotten much more frustrated than I have, because you're the ones that have to play with sometimes players of lower rank. Although, not, like 90% of the time I've gotten complaints, it's when I knew there was rank mismatches, and everybody knew going in, but people still complain. But anyway, where was I going with that? All that to say that there are odds that like 10% of the time when someone is lying about their rank, but honestly, we just roll with it. And I think the Discord, I wouldn't use that so much to queue people for the stream. I think the Discord ranks would just be fluff, not fluff, but it would be for people to play with other people in the Discord. So when I'm not live, I mean, the community is growing. You know, people play Rocket League with each other out of my Discord. So if you want to just be playing Rocket League with people, it's just a nice way to know what rank they are, you know, approximately. So I might do that. We'll see. Yes, FCB, you keep going higher in the list. You know what we'll do? Maybe when we get into Game 5, I'll start a poll for what game mode people want to play next. And that way we might get some 1v1s, 2v2s spiced in with the 3v3s, depending on what people want to see. Here we go. Is that a goal for Hedge? No. Saved away by Funi. So far, this has been a low-scoring game. Scoreless, in fact, in the first 2 minutes. We'll have to see if it remains that way as we move forward here. Just by their peak ranks? Well, people always say their peak rank, I've noticed. Like, not always, but vast majority of the time, people won't say what rank they are now. They'll say what peak rank they were. Me included. People ask me what rank I am. I tend to say Champ 1, even though right now I'm in Diamond 3. So I think peak rank is the way we would just roll with it. Opportunity for Hedge to slam one home, and he does! Free Hedge take a lead in Game 2 and continue their winning ways. Or maybe I speak too soon, but with half the game to go, they have taken the lead, and they certainly hope to continue their winning ways as this game keeps going forwards. You always say your current rank and then your peak rank. Yeah. I appreciate that, but I'm just saying a lot of people definitely definitely use their peak rank. But I know what you mean, yeah. And both are useful in their own way, yes. Interesting. The ball staying in the corner here, giving Free Hedge an opportunity at a goal, and nearly gets one there as Twisted Tide. Unfortunately for him, he can't put that one home, and it means that now his team is the one being threatened the other way, but Twisted Tide will get the save to make up for his offensive woes, and in fact, may steal this corner boost. Oh, not quite. Doesn't quite get that boost, but what he does perfectly is set up his teammate. Suspect receives the pass, scores the goal, and puts Free Hedge up 2 goals as we enter the back half here of game number 2. This best of 5 could be over as quickly as it pretty much began if we do end up seeing a sweep here. Very possible. We'll have to see how it goes. That said, there is a minute 30 on the clock. Maybe we see something from Underrated. Maybe they indeed have been underrated by myself, at least, not the fan vote where they're winning with 2/3 of the vote. But maybe I have been underrating them here. Maybe we'll see a bounce back. A goal to start that needs to make this save, needs to make potentially a follow-up save, and he can't do it. Hedge slots home goal number 3, and Free Hedge are running away with things. The namesake of the team, Hedge Solo himself, getting the goal, and team #Free Hedge have been dominant in the early series here. And if this continues, they will walk away with this one, not only with a series win, but likely with a sweep. They have been absolutely slamming underrated. And, you know, as much as they describe themselves, self-described as underrated, you have to imagine they're rated pretty appropriately here, or maybe even inappropriately. I mean, we thought of them as being the favorites in this game, or at least I did here. Team underrated struggling so far. 55 seconds remain. Maybe this is where a comeback begins, but Thuni can't put that one in. Saved away by the defender. And unless we see some magic in these final moments, underrated will lose their second game in a row. Ranks change all the time. Yeah, they did. They do rank. They change all the time. The down rank streaks are the worst. They take so long to recover from as well. 12 divisions. Rough, man. That's rough. Just have a bad day in Rocket League, you gotta know when to stop, you know? It's like gamblers fallacy or whatever it's called. People just don't want to quit because they don't count their losses until they're done for the day. So they're like, oh, you know, if I give up now, I'll have lost all this. And they don't stop when the reality is that you've already lost. So if you stop now, you'll probably do better than if you just keep losing. Do we see a late goal here? We do. Twisted Tide puts goal number 4. And it's the final bow. It's like the cherry on top of what was an excellent game number 2. Holding the other team scoreless here. There's a lot of good stuff out of Free Hedge, and I imagine if they can carry that forward into game 3, they'll have an easy sweep on their hands. Nothing terrible stands out for me from underrated, but ultimately they just weren't playing clean Rocket League, and Free Hedge was. Clean Rocket League gets them onto match point. They just have to win one more game, and Free Hedge will walk away with our first series win of the night, our first sweep of the night as well. Very nice indeed. How much are you going to stream for? Frodo, I don't know exactly how long. Probably about, maybe a couple, maybe 2 more hours. Maybe till 10 p.m., let's say. Probably till 10 p.m. Frodo. Around 10 p.m. Eastern, so about 2 more hours. At least 2 more hours, anyway. You did it, it went back up. Very nice. 2 weeks. Exactly. One night you go down 10, 11 divisions, and it takes you 2 weeks to get back. That's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy, Mystic. But you know what? You got there. That's what matters. You know, the climb back up to recover. But yeah, the holes you can dig yourself in, man. And it never ceases to amaze me in Rocket League how much of a hole you can dig yourself in terms of ranked. Here we go, folks. Game number 3. Unfortunately, underrated has struggled. Free Hedge dominating, and you know what? The fan vote though is still split. Still mixed vote. A lot of people believing in underrated. They don't want them to be underrated, and maybe indeed they need to. That's what they need. They need the fan support. They need the backing behind them. And Chronic, maybe that's exactly what he was looking for in the break between games. If he does score early, held scoreless an entire 5 minutes of Rocket League. But here we go, just 12 seconds into game 3, and it's a completely reversed script. Underrated, starting off strong, and that's exactly what they needed after a really disappointing game number 2. We remind people in the chat, in the in-game chat rather, that this is a best of 5. It is a best of 5, not a best of 7. We'll figure it out after this game, but I thought I mentioned best of 5 in the party chat. Here we go, Chronic though, off of his hood to the center, was saved away there, and again another save. You know, Free Hedge, they may be down, but they are far from out of this game. Their strong defense showing exactly what they have in the tank as they still hope to take this game in a sweep, this series in a sweep. I see a lot of overrateds in the chat, trick shotters chanting in the chat. Sorry for not mentioning it, trick shotters. I saw it, I was just trying to read around it, but yeah, chat getting toxic here. ABNB, welcome, welcome. The way you join is the queue. You just did it, so you obviously saw. It's above my head. Anyone listening, if you want to play in a show match later tonight, join the queue by using !Q space join. It is a pinned comment, and it is also above my head. Make sure to use that to join, and you know who is happy he joined? Igor beat 2 goals now ahead our team underrated, and this is exactly what the doctor ordered. This is what they needed. After frankly abysmal game 2, they really needed not just to win, but they needed to win in style if they want to have any hope at this series. And so far, so good, as Funi gets a double tap for goal number 3. Style points is exactly what Funi was going for here. And again, that might just be what underrated needs, is they need to start their way to a reverse sweep if they want to have any chance in this game. Any chance in this series, I mean. It'll be over here before it's even started if they lose in a sweep. So we'll need to see this magic continue from Team Underrated, or they don't have a chance. Your jump button gets jammed every 2 months. Yeah, man, controllers are the worst. I feel like they make controllers to break nowadays. It's really unfortunate. Ooh, is that a shot from Hedge? It goes in! Twisted with the finishing touch, but a lot of work done there by the man Hedge Solo, putting his team back in position to maybe make a play on this game. Now, they're still down 2 goals, but with 3 minutes to go, that is more than enough time to make a little magic happen. Team Free Hedge, we have seen the strengths, they have in this game of Rocket League. Imagine if they play off each other, get their act together. They very well could take this game. It is far from over. Half the game left to go now. Maybe making it just a 1-goal deficit. Twisted tried to make it happen. Puts it high, but no. Saved away by Funi. And indeed, it's been an unfortunate string of turn of events here for Team Free Hedge. But you know what? It's far from over. One loss isn't going to put them, sink them. They've got at least a few more opportunities here. We'll have to see if Free Hedge, how long it takes them to close it, or perhaps we get all the way to game 5 and they really do struggle to ultimately close the series and maybe even drop things. That would be a miracle ball miracle if you're cheering on Team Underrated, as after that game 2, I thought there was nearly 0 chance they had any opportunity in this game. But you know what? All it takes is a couple more touches. One from Funi there sets up Twisted tied, making it just a 1-goal deficit. And yet, too many of those poor touches from Funi, that'll cost you. They don't have goals to give. They're only ahead 1 goal now. They cannot afford a loss here. Underrated need to get that out of their system if they want to win this series. Dirk Schauder says his inspiration is working. Maybe. It's hard to say for sure. Team overrated. Maybe that's what they needed to hear. You're going to play Rise of Key until it's your turn. Sure thing, Ahmed. I'm going to check out the list really quickly here. Reminder, folks, if you want to join the list, check ! Space join. That's how you get on the list. Right now, we have Gamer Boy, Zach Flame, FCB, Ahmad, Mystic, and ABNB on the list. So that's 6 right there. That might just be the next game. Igor shouldn't have taken that boost. Yeah, I have noticed it's been some overcommits, especially in that game 2. There were some overcommits on the side of Underrated, but you know what? Maybe, again, they've gotten their rotation, they've gotten their act together, and that's what they needed. If they had everything sorted out, it's going to lead to their team play being all that much more crisp, all that much more clean, and that's exactly what they need here. Entering the final 40 seconds of the game. Team Underrated up a goal, and if they can hold on to this lead, they will tie up the series rather, but they will take their first game and keep their series hopes alive. On the other side of the thing, Free Hedge, they're just 1 goal away from forcing in overtime and perhaps winning the series. I'll say no worries. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're having a great day. No worries that you can't play. I hope you have a great, great evening, a great sleep, as Funi gets goal number 4, and indeed Underrated have extended the series with that goal there, sealing the deal. With 6 seconds to go, they have clinched at least one more game, game number 4, and if they can win that one, they will force themselves on to Champions Field game number 5. Very exciting indeed. I'll get you next time. Ahmad calling him chicken just because he has to head out for the night, but indeed, Underrated do take this game, maybe justifying a little bit of faith they've been receiving in the fan vote. And if they can keep this momentum going, if they can win the next game, they will send themselves to Champions Field. Let's see if they can do it. Let's see if they can go the distance here. Stranger things have happened for sure. Mystic, I'm trying to hit double flip resets consistently, says FCB, but I'm having trouble getting the reset every time. Yeah, I mean, as someone that can't really do flip resets, they are hard. They are. Sorry, I can't be more helpful, FCB. I'm not the guy to help with flip resets, that's for sure. Here we go, though. Underrated versus Free Hedge. Game number 4. This series continues. That's a kickoff win by Hedge and Suspect. Ball finds its way through the back wall. Twisted there for a shot. Is that saved? It is. Igor gets the save. And with it, it's going to keep this series, keep people on their toes, If Underrated can take this game, we're going to go all the way to Champions Field. A very exciting finish to what could have been a short, simple sweep. On the other side of things, Free Hedge trying to end it here. Now Hedge trying to do exactly that. And he puts it top left corner, puts his team in the lead and says, that's right, we're taking this game. We're taking this series. Watch me. And he gets that one pretty much out, like just out of reach of the defender. Perfect placement. We'll see if that continues here in this game, or maybe Underrated have something left to say. They have something in the tank. A great question, FaZe Clan in the chat. You join the queue by typing !Q space join. I have it up here. If you look above me, it's right above my head. I've also pinned a comment with what you have to say, and then you join the queue, Mr. FaZe Clan. But definitely go ahead and join the queue if you want to play later tonight. It's not the reset that's hard, it's making good use of it. That is a good point. I've gotten many more resets than I've actually touched the ball after getting said reset. The ideal way to learn that persistently train this specific mechanic won't do you any good. Well, yeah, I mean, it depends. If you're at a SSL level, maybe you could do specific training, or if you're just trying to do freestyle, you're not playing for competitive purposes, yeah, you can practice specific mechanics like that. But I do agree with what Mystic is saying. General shooting, literally, the saying open nets are the hardest. I mean, general shooting practice does you a world of wonder. You don't even realize. All kinds of other practices as well. Very helpful indeed. But Chronic there, not while I'm distracted, not to be forgotten. Chronic putting his team up by 1. Team Underrated has struggled at times in this series, but the last couple games, they have turned the tides. They have twisted this series around and really put themselves in a driver's seat. They're now up a goal in this game, and if they win it, they will force Champions Field Game 5 finish. We'll have to see what they can do. Welcome, Mr. 10. Welcome. Is the overlay not working? Oh my goodness, the overlay isn't working. What? How is that? That's not right. Darn it. I thought it was working this whole time. Thanks for saying something, Mr. 10. I thought it was working. It turns out, I guess my Bacchus mod was not up for some reason. That is silly. But here we go. Bacchus mod is now working. And it should pop up here any minute now. Well, it's still not. It'll be up here in a second. Where can you get back in there, Mr. 10? You can join the queue by typing !Q space join. Double resets easy. It's saying double resets are not easy. You know what's not easy either? This goal from Twisted Tide, a bit of a pinch by the defenders. Somehow, some way, they pinch it all the way back into their own net, and we have a tie game. There we go. My apologies on the delay, folks. I don't know what is happening, but here we are. It is now up. Underrated won 1 game, Free Hedge have won 2 games, and that whole series I thought that was up, but it was not up, but now it is, so there we go. Trick Shotters, you're ready to play. Join the queue, man, join the queue. Folks, if you're in the queue, you'll be in line. If you've left the queue, you're out of line. Or is Gamer Boy still in queue, Mr. Trick Shotters? Maybe you're still in queue, let me double check. Yeah, you already are in queue, never mind, you're already in queue. Here we go, though. Free Hedge trying to win this game, ending this series if they do it. On the other side of things, Underrated, same deal, trying to get things done for themselves. Just keep things alive. Send it to Game 5 Champs Field. Let's find out who will get the job done. Ball's on his backboard foot. He has to make a save. He does. Chronico has to put this down the field, and he also does. But with 1:26 to go, he didn't put it far enough. Suspect is there for the touch. Nearly gets a 50 follow-up instead. Twisted Tide beaten to the ball by his own teammate, Hedge, is going to give Chronic a chance, a shot. No! Not only does he not get it, none of his teammates are anywhere to be found, and they concede the long shot goal. Suspect earning Free Hedge goal number 3 in a late lead here. 1:11 left in the game. And despite having some of the best game control I've seen in quite a while, Underrated give it away here in the final moments. And now they've got to score another goal just to tie things up. You're so ready to play. Very nice, Trickshires. I'm glad you're excited to play. It'll be a lot of fun. Here we go, another ball. Central Chronic is there, saved away by Twisted Tide. Ball finds its way down the pitch. Fooney putting it towards the middle. Hedge is there. Hedge with the read, saved away by Chronic. And again, Team Underrated desperately trying to get anything in, and there's an opportunity. No, Chronic can't get it in. Hedge, the miracle save, gets demolished for his troubles. And now Chronic has to make another touch. He does. Igor is there for a shot. No, saved away this time by Suspect. The Free Hedge side has done everything they can on the defensive end. Will it be enough? It does. Another hold. Hedge solo is the brick wall on the goal line, holding on to this 1-goal lead. Fooney gets it by him, though. We need one more touch, one more save, and it doesn't happen. The ball finds its way in. Igor B slams it home off the pass from Fooney, and we have a tie game as we enter the final 11 seconds of game number 4. If no one scores, we will see overtime here in this what could be final game. If Free Hedge has anything to say about it, let's see what they can do here. 5 seconds now. Suspect slams it down the field. Is anyone there for the stop? Yes, at the last moment. Chronic gets the save, forces an overtime, and sends us to potentially a Champions Field if they can get the golden goal here. That said, golden goal is certainly not as easy to come by as it sounds, and Suspect nearly getting one there. It is turned away, though, and Twisted Tide gets a nice 50. That said, there is still a lot to be done. Twisted Tide, what can you do with that? Puts it over the backboard. Pooney there for another touch. Hedge there to stop it that time. End-to-end action. Both sides seeing lots of opportunities, and both sides seeing some excellent saves. You know, a lot of great defense here in the early moments. Welcome, Slow. I'm glad you've discovered the queue. You are now 7th queue. Welcome. How are you doing, SSLO? Or Slow, I always forget how you want it to be pronounced. How are you doing? You're fighting the Mad Donkey. Ahmad, what in the world are you playing? Here we go, though. 50 seconds in, and still no scores in this overtime. Maybe Suspects would be one to break that silence. Instead, it's going to be Hedge. Hedge 50s it with Igor. Chronic puts it back towards the other sidewall. Maybe gets his follow-up touch, and then no, he gets the touch, but it is saved away by Suspects. Here's another opportunity. Fooney off his own side of the pitch, nearly can get a goal there. Instead, ball seeds its way down the field, and Chronic has to make a touch here. Both teams slamming it home down the field. That's the first boss in the game, Lies of P. What is Lies of P? Too fast for you? Yep, yeah, I know, Trick Shotters. We'll get you in when we get there. This series is far from over, as Igorbi is certainly well aware. Nearly gets the goal there. Instead, the ball will fly down the other side of the pitch, nearly going in, but again, some clutch saves in the clutch moments, keeping both teams alive here as we enter nearly our 3rd minute of overtime. Well, we won't get there. I take a pause to drink my drink, and what a bad time to do it. Because Fooney dimes up his teammate Chronic, slots one home, takes the win, and with just 2 minutes into overtime, they do indeed force Champions Field, force Game 5, and make this one a beauty of a start to the day. What a series, and it's not over yet. One more game before we see who will emerge victorious here. Of course, teams like this couldn't be separated any other way. Champions Field coming up in a jiffy here, and it's going to be an absolute blast to see who can take this crazy environment here and work with it, work it to their advantage, and take the series win. P stands for Pinocchio. You see. Alrighty. Readying up here, we got Free Hedge versus Underrated. I'm stretching. I'm excited. I hope you're excited in the chat. Let me know by spamming which team your favorite. Let's actually end this spam poll and start up a new one. Right now, 60% of you believed in Underrated. But now that it's Game 5, maybe things have changed. Let me start. Who wins Game 5? Is it Underrated or is it Free Hedge? Let me know with the fan poll. I've started it up. Vote whichever way you think this series is going to go, and it really couldn't get closer than this. I think both these teams have quite a stake. Have staked quite a claim to why they deserve to be the winners of this series. Let's see who actually does, who has what it takes, who gets the job done, who puts in the hard work when it matters most, and gets a series win here. Could go either way. Fooney, a nice start. It goes down the other side of the pitch. Hedge has to make a save, which he does. Welcome, Cicility. We indeed have a new way to join the queue. I hope you like it. No more manual queues or spinning a wheel. We're gonna be using the queue system using Stream Elements. Go Underrated, even though your internet died, they're still in. Indeed, they have somehow not only forced Game 5, this would be a reverse sweep victory if they manage it. A shocking, a shocking outcome if you watch that Game 2 earlier this series where they got dominated and lost 5-0. They have turned that shutout into motivation and absolutely steamrolled this series compared to how they were earlier in the day. And maybe that continues here as we now have 4 minutes left in this game. Can anything get done? Chronic, maybe the one to do it. No, the ball goes high, and Twisted Tide will see towards the sidewall. Hedge actually is the one to follow up. A nice second touch, but unfortunately Fooney is there for a 50-50, and this means Suspect is in danger stations. Has to make a save, has to make a ball touch. In fact, he spins gold out of hair there, whatever the saying is. He makes something out of nothing, nearly getting a goal out of what was a terrible starting situation. Ultimately doesn't go his way, but Suspect showing his value in this series if he can continue making plays like that, and indeed nearly gets a play there. Was saved by Twisted Tide, but it was cleared by the man himself, Suspect, and that is absolutely crucial when you're getting, follow-up saves and you have the offenders rushing to make shot after shot. You need to be clearing the ball away, or you're going to be seeing, too much pressure, and you're going to crumble on defensive line. Suspect trying to get to something a little special on the offensive end. If he nearly gets a goal there instead, the ball will see it towards the sidewall. Twisted has to make a save, and he does. Danger stations again for both teams as now we enter the 3rd minute without a single goal just quite yet. This has been a close game. You imagine they might be separated by the tiniest of moments, and indeed, the tiniest of mistakes will be what separates these two teams as Fooney gets a runaway goal off the pinch by Suspect. Hedge, the one that had to race back to make a save. You imagine he maybe, passively, just barely could have eked out a save, but instead he turns when he gives up on the play, and that puts his team down a goal here as we enter the final 2 minutes and about 45 seconds of the game, of the series perhaps, if we don't see an overtime, as this is the final game. The winner of this one will win the series Gonna be a close one either way, but you gotta imagine that a team like, Underrated isn't going to let a 1-goal lead slip through their fingers. They're going to take the best advantages they can and absolutely run with it. Here we go, though. Chronic, it's his opportunity. He puts it central, but Igor is there for the stop. Edge genuinely could have saved that. Yeah, maybe, perhaps. I do think he could have. That's what I said. It looks savable from the perspective we have. I don't know what information he... Maybe he had information we didn't, who knows, but either way, he turned away from that ball, costing his team the goal, and as we enter the final 2 minutes, maybe costing his team this series. They have to score, and they don't have a lot of time to do it now. On the other side of things, it's been a dominant game from Underrated. Don't let the scoreboard, mistake you. They may only be up 1 goal, but I think they've been dominating the pressure and the field position following that early goal. Fooney trying to make it 2-0, which would have been an excellent start indeed. Instead, the ball stays out of the back of the net, and we remain at a 1-0 lead for Underrated. We'll have to see what they can do, if anything, to extend it, or maybe instead the other team ties things up. Unfortunately for Underrated, before they have a true opportunity to extend their lead, they're hearing word that their lead has shrunk. The game has been tied. Both teams scoring a goal, tying things up. And with a minute 24 to go, we start to enter golden goal territory. The first team to score here will be in a much better position to win the game, win the series. And maybe that will be Free Hedge. Hedge himself flying down the pitch. He's got a chance in this, but it was saved away by Chronic. Calling out his opportunities, moving it down the field. A minute 7 to go. Igor slams it high. It's into the corner. It's central. Fooney, another chop, puts it mid. And indeed, both teams struggling here. One team on the offensive end, the other a little bit of struggle there on the defensive end. Maybe no struggles any longer, though. They nearly get a goal of their own. Instead, the ball will see its way towards the side wall. Chronic is there, beat away by suspects. The net is always open somewhere. It pretty much is. The net is pretty much always open, even if it's just the tiniest of cracks, and that's exactly what these two teams are looking for. As we enter the final 30 seconds of series number 1, right now, Underrated are winning with a massive 71% of the fan vote. Free Hedge, though, not to be outdone, have won 2 games this series and look to march their way to what could be a third. Final moments now. Twisted Tide puts it towards the side while Suspect has to follow this up, and he does. The ball goes high. It goes mid. Hedge there for a double tap. Does he get it? No, but it's still central. Is anyone there to finish, to get the finishing job? Suspect gets a pass. It's central. Saved by Igor, and a crucial time to do so. Chronic actually keeps the ball alive. An opportunity put up in the air. Fooney also dribbling the ball, stays alive. Fooney now, he has a real chance in this one. He's putting it central. It's on target. Is it saved? It is. Twisted Side, the necessary 0-second save that sees Free Hedge to an overtime. Both teams cannot be separated. We have had 5 full games of Rocket League, and it all comes down to this. One overtime to determine not only who wins the game, but who will win this series and start us off on the right foot in this stream. Here we go. An opportunity nearly was Suspect there. Instead, saved away at the last moment. Rooney popping this one over one defender. Maybe a chance at 2, but it is again saved away. Rooney getting Twisted Tide for troubles, but it's going to potentially leave his net open. Indeed, Rooney will make its way there. But still dangerous times for all players involved. One slip up, one mistake will live in infamy as you go home a loser. Let's see who can be the ones to end this series on a win, and their matches on stream with a W. I think it could go either way. We'll have to see how these players react as the series extends, or perhaps contracts. Maybe any second now that could be the end of it all. We could see a long shot goal. We could see a miracle from either of these players. Fooney walks that one high, bounces in middle. Is anyone there for the follow-up? No. And we now have over a minute of overtime and still very few, nothing to show for it. No goals, very few good shots to show for it. Here's an opportunity though, but again, Fooney puts it away. No, but can't get it in. Now it's on the other way and it can't reach it. VOD can't reach it. Suspect closes things out at minute 27 into overtime. The reverse sweep nearly went through, but after all that work, all that difficult labor, unfortunately, not enough for Underrated. They can't close the job out, and Team Free Hedge takes our first series of the day. This is Viewer Games Dwarf Gaming. The way you get into queue is by using the code. It's above my head. You basically type !Q space join, and then you're on the list for when I pull people for the next one. All right. Unfortunately for Underrated, they ultimately did lose that series. But again, congratulations to Free Hedge, and thank you to all 6 players for playing in the series. Folks, we're going to quickly do a new poll. Let me know what you want to see next. Do we want to see 1v1s, 2v2s, or 3v3s? Let's start up a new poll. Let's say which game mode to play next. Alright, I have started up the poll. Let me know in the fan vote which you want to see. Do you want to see 1s, 2s, or 3s? You can vote in the fan poll. You have to do !Q space join. !Q space join. It's above my head. It's a pinned comment. Make sure to join that one. Goonie, a really close series. You guys played very well. You ultimately lost in a Game 5 overtime. Nothing to feel upset about, Goonie. Alright, folks. Make sure to vote which game mode you would like to see. We will go with the majority of the fan poll right now. It is split pretty evenly. 1v1 tied with 3v3. 36% of you voting each way. Alright, we have a bunch of people in queue, so if it remains a tie, I think we will go the way of 3v3. Alright, I'm going to close the poll in a few moments. I think most people voted, folks. This is your last chance. If you want to see a particular game mode, make sure to vote. It's Q space join. For the record, folks, Q space join. That's how you get in the list to play in the next show match, and also make sure to vote. Alright, it does look like ultimately 3v3 will be the winner. So we're going to end the poll there, where 3v3 will be our next one. And let me list out the queue, folks. So right now at the head of the queue is Gamerboy, followed by Zach Flame, FCB, Ahmad, Mystic, and ABNV. If you are one of those 6 people, I need you to let me know your in-game name, and I'll be joining you, or having you join the party. Inviting you, rather, to join the party. Alright, let's get folks in here. Give me a second to grab everybody in, and I will get our next game going. Welcome, Kane, as well. Welcome, Kane. I hope you're having a good one. I see you guys have joined the queue. Very nice indeed, folks. If you join the queue, you will be in a later show match tonight. Obviously, you know, we already had 6 people in queue. So let's get the people in here. We got ABNV. Is FCB, are you still here? FCB, can you let me know your in-game name? And then Too Fast, I see you. Mystic, I see you. Yes, Booney, that is how you join the queue. Perfect, Booney. Zach Flame, is it Zach Flame still in the chat? Same thing, Ahmad, are you still in the chat? So I need... Oh, I don't know what just happened. One second, folks. For some reason I can't see can't seem to see my windows. Give me a second. One minute and I'll grab everything. I seem to have closed. I haven't closed everything. This is strange. I seem to have minimized everything, but I don't know how to open it back up. This is an awkward time to do this. Let's do that. Oh, that's not working. I'm not sure what's happening. There we go. Okay, that was really weird. Sorry about that. I probably lost a bunch of viewers for that. I don't know what happened, but we're back. I like lost all my tabs. I was all tabbed, but it was really weird, guys. You guys won't believe me, but it was like I didn't have any Chrome open. It was like I didn't have anything open. My game. The only reason I knew that everything didn't shut down is because I could still hear the audio from everything that was open. But anyway. Enough about that. Who are we missing? We get AB and V. We've got Mystic. We got Too Fast. So we are missing Mystic. Let me get Mystic invited. Zach Flame. What's your in-game name, Zach Flame? Sorry about that. And then OSG Knight. All right, let me get OSG Knight. Zach Flame, what's your in-game name? It's About? About? About, I see you. Okay. I've invited you. So everybody's been invited. You make sure to accept your invite. Who are we missing? Got ABNB, About, OSG Knight, Mystic, Too Fast. Who are we missing, folks? Let me double check the queue real quick here. We've got Too Fast. We got Mystic. We got Zach Flame. Ahmad. That's who we're missing. Ahmad. Are you still in the chat, Ahmad? Sorry about that, folks. We'll be getting into our match very shortly here. We have all 6 players. Thanks. Oh, man, I have caps lock on. Alright, what can you guys see? Perfect, you can see the game. That's good, that's good. Here we go, though. Should be getting into things in just a second, but I'm going to quickly change up these, these team names. We're going to go back to a classic. We're going to have Team Egg versus... I don't want to do Pass Plus. I want to do something a little different. So maybe... maybe we'll do Team Car versus Team Egg. Team Car, and then we'll have like a stock team, maybe. One second. I'm getting these images set up. Team Egg. So we're going to get the classic Team Egg photo ready. If you give me a sec. Team Egg, a fan favorite returning. Alright, this is going to be a best of 5. Let's say... how about... there we go. Alright. Let's start off on a different map. Let's say Estadio Vida. That works. Alright, we'll do EU servers. Let's get this going. Team Car versus Team Egg. Got 2 votes for EU, 3 votes for NA East, 4 votes for NA East. No, that's just 3. We got Amina. Let's start. Alright. Alright, folks, we're getting into things. Sorry about the delay, but here we are. Series of the day. Series number 2 for the day. Series number 2 for the day. Trick shotters, you're here. Alright, oh, spectating. Here we go, game number 1. Mystic, an early lead off the kickoff and maybe getting the goal, but it is saved away by AB and via Med, now putting it down the field. Abanov gonna be there to receive it, and indeed, Abanov gets a shot of his own, unfortunately just off the post, but dangerous looks for both teams. Both teams struggling to keep those balls out of the net, but they have done so. They have done so. Abanov trying to get another bite at the apple, another chance to score early. Flip reset might make it happen, but the double save keeps it out. 2 players combined. They keep the ball out of the net and keep their score sheet clean. Team Egg and Team Car evenly matched so far. Evenly matched so far, but you have, there's just that feeling in the back of your mind that Team Car can turn things around, can get the lead, or perhaps it'll be Team Egg. You never know for certain. And with that in mind, maybe you in the chat do know. Let's start off a fan poll. If you think you know who's going to win the series, let me know with this fan poll as we see an early lead, an early goal. Team Car takes that first one. You know, they get first blood here, striking first, and maybe they'll take first blood in the fan poll. Let's find out, though. Team A, since all their usernames begin with an A. Team Egg, indeed, all their usernames begin with an A, and that is a complete coincidence, which is actually quite funny. But who will win this series? Let me know with your thoughts in the fan poll. Who will win the series? Is it Team Egg or is it Team Car? Let me know with the fan poll. You can begin voting momentarily. Team Car versus Team Egg. The fan poll has begun. Let me know by voting who you think is going to win this series. So far, it's Team Car in the lead, but Team Egg might be able to make a comeback here. Abanov trying to make that a reality right now. 100% of you do indeed believe in Team Egg. And if you are believing in Team Egg, you got to imagine Ahmed and Abanov are going to be, 2 of those big reasons why you believe in them. That said, OSG Knight, he gets a breakaway here, nearly goal number 2, the way of Team Car. Instead, can't quite get it in. Got to go Egg all the way. Well, right now, 75% of the fan vote indeed has gone all in on the Eggs. And so far, they haven't been playing quite so excellent as you would have hoped. They're down a goal. 3 minutes to go, though. It's quite a bit of time to make that comeback happen. We'll see if they can get it done, or if, unfortunately, their first game will just end up cracked on the pavement. Let's find out which way it rolls here. Abanov puts this one down the field, but again, Mystic is there. Team Car speedy in the air, getting to these balls quickly, and really giving them a huge advantage. They nearly got goal number 2, but a giveaway there. Knight, that was a gimme goal. It was in, and he missed it. And it really goes back to what I was saying earlier in the evening. I mentioned that when you're practicing, fancy mechanics, flip resets, it's cool and all. But you know what's one of the most, beneficial things you can do when you're practicing and getting, better at Rocket League? Practicing shooting. Because open net finishes like that will haunt you when you can't finish the job, get the shot in the net. And you could rank up dramatically if you just were hitting those shots at a higher percentage of the time. So funny, extravagant joke. Indeed, I'm laying it on a bit, It's, I don't know. Maybe I'm laying it on too thick, but gotta make sure I've counted them all before they hatch. I don't know what I'm going for there. I was trying to go for something. It didn't really work. But Ahmed, here's his opportunity to not be counting his eggs before they hatch. If he can get this goal, he will put his team in the lead and make sure that Team Egg has an opportunity to enter Game 2. As winners, but Mystic, he says enough of that. Stop talking about Team Egg. Stop with the egg puns. Talk about Team Car as they do take a 2-1 lead. And if this continues, Team Car is going to rev their engines all the way to the bank and take home game number 1, starting off with a lead here. Let's see if they can get, finish the job. Trick shotters say the lag is back. That's a great point. I did say let's start off with EU, so let's check the ping here. And interestingly, a lot of high ping. Ahmed and Abao both sitting on almost 100. 4 players split across the 2 teams on double digits though, and given all 3 players on Team Car are on double digits, maybe we'll have to change up the ping. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to make it work given we have players in the Middle East playing. But here we go though. Ahmed passing at Central. Mystic is there. Aminov will get that ball, but unfortunately, or fortunately for him, Abao is there for the follow-up. And that's a 3-2 lead now. Team Egg have actually done it. They have taken the lead. I thought it potentially wasn't quite possible, but they managed to make a most of the situation, take their 3rd goal, take their first lead of the game, and maybe they'll run away with this one, you know? A minute 22 is all the time we have left, and unless Team Car get a score here quickly, you gotta imagine Team Egg suddenly have put themselves in the driver's seat in this game. Kind of counterintuitive. You think Team Car would be the ones in the driver's seat, but unfortunately they have let off the gas too much, let Team Egg back into the game, and really not done enough to crack that Team Egg defense. Well, they did have the chance. Mystic, speaking of cracking defense, and nearly getting it by Abao there, but unfortunately for him, couldn't quite put it home, and Team Car remained down a goal in the final moments. Mystic now rocking the ball back to his end, and he gave that one away. Lucky Knight was there for a follow-up touch. That could have easily been a goal to the side of Team Egg. And indeed, it's still maybe, as in the final 30 seconds, Team Egg looking to double up their lead, sink that final dagger. And if they do, they will advance to game number 2 in victory, taking a 1-0 lead in the series. Never letting you cook again. Sorry, Foodie. Welcome, Luke Bowman. How are you doing, Luke? Long time no see. How are you doing, my guy? Hopefully you're having a great day. A month and a half, indeed. I thought it had been a while. We haven't done any tournaments in a while, but we're doing some fun show match action tonight as per usual. This game nearly over, and unless we see a late goal from Team Egg, it will be a victory for them. They start off strong in this game. Well, rather, they actually started off a bit chaotic. They had some troubles, but they put it together, got things rolling, and took game number 1. And if this continues, they just need a couple more wins to solidify this series and ultimately win it. I am not sure USC is going to work. I mean, nobody's on good ping. I'm not sure what to do with the, not sure what to do with the ping. I think we just keep it. I think we just keep it EU. I think we keep it EU. There's no massive advantage for either side here. Here we go. Yeah, they will have terrible ping. Exactly. That's the issue. Is the US East players are upset they're on 100+ ping, but the reality is the meetup players are only on, 88 or higher ping themselves. So it's not like they have some. It's not like they're playing on 30 ping, So it's tough. It's tough to decide here. But I think we'll just keep it. But yeah, welcome Sicility to the chat. I appreciate it. No worries, Luke. I hope you are feeling better. I hope you're feeling better, Luke. Slow cheering on Team Egg, and indeed Team Egg starting off with the lead, and it might continue in this game. We'll have to see what they can do. I think the biggest mistake was putting both MENA players on the same team. I think people would be less upset if they were split, but that's okay. I didn't realize they were both from Middle East. You can't wait to play your 9th in the queue. Dwarf, let me double check the queue real quick here. Dwarf, you were actually 3rd in the queue, so yes, you are next up. You are in the next game. Indeed, you are correct. Like, I've already removed the people that are playing right now from the queue. So yes, you're next up in the queue. I don't know what you mean, Kane. Here we go. A goal from Mystic, 1-0 lead. So Kane, if you're talking about your messages getting hidden, I don't know what's happening, but you always retract your messages. Is that what you're talking about? I don't know what you mean. Foodie, I had pinned. You know what? Fine, I'll spin it. Team Egg, by the way, winning with an astounding 86% of the fan poll. I should have mentioned that earlier. You guys are all really believing in the Egg, you know, in the Eggy team, and I see why. They're representing all those eggs in the audience. Fewer and far between in Estadio Vida, to be certain, but there are those eggs are here, and they're cheering on Team Egg just as much as you guys are. We'll have to see if Team Egg can ultimately come out on top. Right now, though, they are down a goal. They have a lead in the series, but they're down a goal in this game, and it might continue. 2 goals now as Too Fast puts up another one. Puts up another one here. He's annoying. He hid you because you told him you're a live stream, and he's like never come back. I don't know who you're talking about, Kane. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know who Mike is. Sorry about that. Foodie. Foodie, I had a different message pinned as ABNV finally gets a goal for Team Egg. They're not out of this game yet. And unfortunately for the side in blue, Team Car couldn't put up enough defense to keep that ball out of the net. And that means we have a game here. Half the game to go. Just 1 goal the better is Team Car. Let's see if they can finish the job. Or if it won't be enough. You know, maybe Team Egg can make the comeback happen and take a 2-game lead in the series. Knight trying to prevent that reality. Puts this ball far and wide. Mystic gonna have to catch this one off of Ahmed's touch, and he does actually do it. So, Foodie, I noticed that when people were talking in the Discord today, indeed, Among Us Night was supposed to be tomorrow. It was supposed to be tomorrow, but I realized that I have overbooked myself, so I might have to reschedule that. I feel bad, because this will be the second time I'm doing that, but I might have to reschedule it. I feel really bad, but we're gonna do it. Something came up this week and I completely forgot that I had Discord night, so we might have to change up Among Us Night. Oh my days, yeah. I knew there'd be that reaction. I just completely forgot about it. I'm glad that I noticed today and not tomorrow, because I'll say something tonight, which is it's just not. I mean, it's basically 24-hour notice, but better than no notice. Better than no notice. Sorry, Pony. You know what? We might not push it a whole week. We might push it to the weekends. If people are available on Saturday or Sunday. We could do it Saturday or Sunday, maybe. Here we go, though. ABNV passing it central. Sorry, Pony. But, again, I don't want to push it a whole week again. We might do it this weekend. And you know what? You can still do it without me. Like, you guys can still do Among Us, and then we'll do it again. But anyway... Too Fast puts this one middle, and Mystic takes advantage. 3-1 now. Team Car advance their lead back to that 2-goal differential, and if they keep this up, they will win this game and tie up the series. Yeah, I think we're gonna do it Saturday. I've got to figure it out, but I think we might be able to do it Saturday. At that point, it might just become a stream that I unlist after the fact. I don't know. But I'll figure it out. Maybe we do stream it after all. I don't know. I'm sorry about that, Vinny. Yeah, sorry about that. Actually, I know what we'll do. We'll do a normal stream, but instead of going for 4 hours, maybe we do a 2 or 3 hour stream. And then, just keep the stream going, but switch it to Among Us for the back half of the stream. But we'll see. Mystic trying to put this ball middle. It is middle, but he doesn't get a lot done with it. Mystic has to get a save on this ball, and That was dangerous. It was floating. It was there, but Abanov couldn't make the most of it, and they remain down 2 goals. Team Egg look to drop their first game of the series. The time is ticking away. 10 seconds, 7 seconds now. Nothing is going in, and Team Egg, despite their brilliance in game number 1, they drop game 2 and tie this series up. Team Car is right back into it. Right back in the thick of it. You gotta go. Well, no worries, Luke. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you're having a great one. Maybe we'll see you Saturday for our usual Saturday streams. And like I said, I hope you're feeling better. And I'm glad you're back. So have a good one, Luke Bowman. Team Car ties up the series. Nice indeed. Transition over? Yeah. I think we'll do that. We'll see. We'll definitely, if the stream dies, I might just end the stream, but the night would go on. We do it. I think we'll do like 3 hours of show matches, 3 hours of Among Us, which is a lot. That's a long day, but I think we can do I think we can do it. I think I'll find it. I'll find a chunk of time for a 6-hour stream. Zach Flame, no worries. If you're in the game, I don't know who you are, but don't feel bad about anything. You know, it's all for fun, man. You know, as long as you're trying your hardest, that's all that matters. I'm assuming you're on Team Egg. You guys are far, still in this game, still in this series. Don't feel bad at all. You guys have a big opportunity here to take this next game and put yourselves on match point. Long but fun day. Oh yeah, it will be a long day. It will be a long day. Ahmed, can he put this one home? He does it! Ahmed does it, 1 goal the better, and suddenly Team Egg, for all their woes in Game 2, they've started off Game 3 with a bang, taking an early lead just 35 seconds into the game. Oh, comms are going to be crazy, man. They're going to be crazy. I haven't played Among Us in a very long time, but back when it like got super popular, I played it a lot, and I got called an admin Andy by one of my friends who I was playing with because I would always use the admin table to figure out who the killers were. And I got really good on the skilled map, the original map, at reading who the bad guys were, who the imposters were, just using admin table. Like, give me 3 or 4 minutes on admin table, and I can usually figure out who the killers are. Based on where the bodies found and all that, I'm good. Now, the trade-off is I can't do any tasks while I'm just sitting on the admin table, and I'm exposed. I can get murdered while I'm sitting on the admin table, but I would just sit on the admin table and figure out who the imposters were. You saw that on your Steam profile? Yeah, that's one of my friends. I appreciate it, Cooney. I don't really look at Steam comments, but I know they're there. I just never really look at them. Frodo, thank you for the super chat, my guy Frodo. I really do appreciate it. You're my first, your first super on a live stream, I think. Or well, it's definitely not my first because I think Goonie has done it. Or you know what? Maybe he's done stickers. I don't know. Yeah, but you're not the first person to donate, and I really do appreciate it, Frodo. $5. Thank you so much, Frodo. Legends, Frodo. You're among the few. It's just you and Fruity, actually, yeah. So thank you very much, Frodo, for the $5. I appreciate it, and I hope you enjoy the stream, and I hope you enjoy the show match you're in line for, unless I'm mistaken. Frodo, are you in line? I'm not sure you are in line. If you want to be in line, you type Q, exclamation point Q space join. Let me check. What was the actual sticker? I can see it, but I can't, like, it says, keep it up. Oh, I appreciate it, Frodo. I do appreciate it. Thank you very much, Frodo. In fact, wait, can't we do this thing where it's just... Yeah. So it's just your message on screen for a second here. Let me make sure it's showing up on stream. It is. So thank you very much, Frodo. I really do appreciate it as we get another goal here. Team Egg running away with this game while I've gotten distracted talking about Among Us, talking about chat. But thank you so much, Frodo. Again, I really do appreciate it. You're a legend. And, oh, there we go. It's, I've got alerts on. I forgot about that. So there you go. You got it on the alerts as well. Very nice indeed. So, great question in the chat. Do I have a video cooking? Well, the answer is both yes and no, because there are videos that I am working on, but I'll just admit it, I've been a bit behind on the videos. So I haven't been actively working on them. I kind of took a break for the holidays, and I haven't really got rolling again. But I expect to get back into the swing of videos, Foodie. So, you know, in the next couple weeks, I expect to get back into things, and there have been some people that have been hard to get a hold of, but hopefully I have some really cool videos coming out in the near future. At the very least, there's one cool video that I'm already working on that's one I've been working on for like too long. Too long. But in general, yes, videos are back into things. Welcome, Digital Kapow. Can I join? The answer is yes, you join by hitting ! join space Q, or typing rather, that's how you join. So, and then, Mr. I don't even know what to call you. It's ! Q, and then you have to space bar join, and that's how you join the queue. So neither of you joined yet. Frodo, I was your 25th subscriber. You're getting close to 1,000. Keep it up. Frodo, that means the world to me. Thank you very much. I didn't realize you were that, like, original. You're one of the OGs. of OGs, because I remember that start, and it was, I mean, it's almost a completely different channel. It really is. This is, like, so different than when I started out. I'm really enjoying these live streams. I want to get back to RLCS content, though, so I cannot wait for the season to start, because I'm going to lean into, I'm very excited for RLCS to be back. I'm going to be much more excited about that. And yeah, Foodie, speaking of breaks, I'm having... Ahmed talking in the chat, you know, I'm not quite sure if Team A, even if they win this game and they're up 2-1 in the series, I'm not sure how it'll end. I think Team Cars is certainly not out of the woods just yet. So Digital Kapow, it's exactly that, but with no space between the exclamation point and the Q. So it's just exclamation point Q space join, exactly like you see how Stream Elements said someone joined a queue and they're number 8? Do what they did. Exactly that. Copy and paste it, and that's how you join. But anyway, yeah, but no, back to what I was saying, because I think it deserves mention. I mean, it would have deserved mention even if you hadn't donated, but especially after the donation. Frodo, I really do appreciate it, and yeah, you're one of the OGs, because those first RLCS videos were super fun, and I enjoyed it. But it was, I think I've grown a lot. Like, my first video, it was well, I did a couple videos before that, but my first, like, real video was, where I talked about, RLCS, whatchamacallit, The Grid, a really old series, and that video is still up. It's not as high quality as I make now, so don't go into it thinking it's gonna be some really good video, because quite frankly, it's not a good video. But I just kept going from there. I started talking about the current RLCS, because I figured, oh, people are going to be much more interested in the predicting, like, the spring major and all that stuff, and then I just kept it rolling. It's really been a lot of fun, so thank you, Frodo, for sticking around through it. Yeah, bracket predictions, my first video that, like, blew up, and it didn't, like, hugely blow up, but it got, like, 400 views in the first, like, week, was my bracket prediction for the spring major. And then I started to figure things out. This game's not over. I've talked over this series, but Team A is now on match point in the series, and if they win this next game, they will win the series. But yeah, Frodo, I was doing RLCS predictions, and once I got into the player rankings, I think I started to hit my stride. And then I did the teams that missed the spring major, and that's probably one of my best, not one of my best videos, but that was when I hit the key, I think, on the format of how to do a rankings video that I would like to keep going with. And I've changed up a little bit since then, but I really hit my stride. It's been a lot of fun. And I can't wait to do RLCS content again. Folks, if you haven't heard the news, closed qualifiers or open qualifiers will begin in late January. So we'll be getting into the RLCS back in February, presumably back in February, and I am very excited. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. FCB, aren't you in now? Yeah, you're already in. Alright, I missed a bunch of chats. Let me go back and see what it was. But thank you, Digital Kapow. I see you've joined the chat. If you're worried about people complaining about unfair teams, well, Sean, I'm not worried. You know what? I've decided I don't really care if people complain about unfair teams. People will, they're going to complain either way. I'm going to pick fair teams and people will complain that they never got to play because I've had that happen. Or I do this and people complain that the teams were unfair. It's like a lose-lose, Sean, unless I schedule, which is why I want to schedule more show matches in advance. I think that's the win-win. But anyway, I'm just going to live with the fact that the teams might be unbalanced, and I'm just going to roll with it. You thought you found me from the bracket video, predictions. No, yeah, no worries. My first video wasn't, well, it wasn't my first video, but the first video the algorithm picked up was a prediction video, a bracket prediction video for the spring major, and then from there, every video after that got at least a couple hundred views. And most of them have gotten more than that, but every video after that's got at least a couple hundred. So I don't know which video brought you in, but there's been a bunch of them. You were in my first spring major live stream. Fooney, you were in every live stream, or well, maybe not every, but you've been in a majority of them, including the before they were live streams when they were just, I did premieres of my videos, and I recall you being in there for me. Can't stay and play. Welcome, Eagle. I hope you have a good one. Lamau with the lose. Eagle, you caught a funny moment. But yeah, I hope you have a good night, Eagle. Hey, yeah, Team Egg is built different. I've gotten distracted again by the chat, but they are up a goal in this game. And if they keep it up, they will win this series and match the fan vote. 86% of you believing in them, and that's exactly the way it's going right now. Exactly the way it's going. The last day of Spring Major, oh man. Spring Major, well, for the record, I don't think I live streamed for the Spring Major, did I? I might have done the first couple days, but I went to the Spring Major, so I didn't do a lot of. I only did a couple live streams for the Spring Major. Mr. 10, you've been added to the queue. Oh yeah, Mr. 10, welcome. I thought you were in the queue. I don't know why you weren't, but anyway, now you're in the queue. Joy and personality, love for the game. Well, I appreciate it, Frinny. I appreciate it. I want to get back into the videos. I will. It's taken longer, but I'm going to get back into it. I will say, and I think I've mentioned this, I don't know why, but Roster Mania just didn't excite me this offseason. I think I've gotten, what's it called? I've become disillusioned to the Roster Mania. I don't get me wrong, it's fun, but I would much prefer if my favorite players actually stuck together, and it kind of just got me in a slump in the offseason, because you know, my two favorite teams made changes, and in the case of BDS, they completely disbanded, and it just got me like, what is the point of this? Like, everybody makes crazy moves the whole off season, and it's fine when there's some crazy moves, but if the whole scene is making moves, I didn't like it. So I stopped. I made a couple videos about roster moves, and then I didn't really talk about them for a while. And I probably am going to do one video that covers all the new teams, but that's why I kind of stopped on the roster moves and started making shorter videos. But once we get back into the RLCS, I assume, I guess I can't know for sure, this game is getting crazy, so I'm going to stop talking about RLCS for half a second. And Sean, that's because you've been picked already, right? You've been picked already. Well, Sean, you may not like this, but I have it set so that you can't join the queue again. So you can't join the queue again. And Sean, when I say disband, I mean the 3 players that played at the World Championship and got 2nd place at the World Championship. The 3 players are not together anymore. So I don't care about the org. Like, the org is still there, but I was never cheering on BDS the org. I was cheering on BDS that was Seiko, Monkey Moon, and Rise. And now the 3 of them, from an RLCS roster rules situation, they've disbanded. Per the rules, they are not the same team. None of them carry that, you know, legacy. Not that nothing's carried over anymore. But if it were, like in the old season format, they wouldn't be the same team. They wouldn't be the same team. So they did disband, in my mind. But, and in general, it's, again, it's not like, it doesn't turn me away from Rocket League Esports, it doesn't. it just turns me away from making off-season videos about Rocket League Esports, because the biggest videos to make are about the roster moves, and I'm just annoyed that so many roster moves have happened, and it's kind of got me in a slump. So, with that said, once we get back into the actual matches and predicting the actual, you know, tournaments, I'm going to be much more excited to make RLCS content. And, you know, we're going to get back to my core. So what I, you know, did at my core of my videos has been predicting RLCS, and I want to get back into that. You know, player rankings, predictions, all that good stuff. So, I think one thing I'm going to do differently is a lot of the live streams are going to start to be about RLCS. Not that that's different. It's going to go back to the way it was. I have loved the show matches, and I plan on doing at least one show match stream a week. I'm going to continue that. But RLCS is going to take the forefront, and we're going to be cutting down on the number of show matches per week. I hate to say it, but there's no other way. Like, streaming on these Saturdays, the Saturday streams are going to be RLCS streams, because RLCS is going to be on Saturdays, so there's really no two buts about it. I don't see any other way that I'm going to be able to do show matches. It'll really have to be, we do a couple show matches Thursday, talk RLCS, and that's it. Yeah, I am excited. Oh, RLCS is nearly back. Like, all the motivation issues I have with the channel will go away once RLCS is back. I'm very excited, very excited. Let me start talking about the match. I am so sorry to Team Egg and Team Car, because they are putting on a show in front of our eyes, and I'm not even talking about it. 38 seconds to go. It's a tie game. It's been a scoring bonanza. 4 goals apiece, and it looks to continue. Mystic trying to put that one home. Unfortunately, can't get it in. But Team Car, if they get a goal here, they will force Game 5. They will force Champions Field. Can they do it? If they can't, we might see an overtime. We're 19 seconds away from it. Maybe Too Fast can't get the save. Maybe it'll be, in fact, Team Egg getting the victory, winning the series. It could go either way. Team Egg are sitting on match point right now. Abanov, he passes that to Ahmed. Ahmed to put it central. Abanov to finish. Maybe bumping a defender, but no. The ball seeds its way to the corner. And unless we see a bit of a miracle here. Oh, nearly kept that ball up, but no miracles. The ball hits the dirt, and we have overtime in game number 4. Team Egg versus Team Car could go either way. They never said a date, Sean. They just said late January. So I assume the actual RLCS broadcast will start in February. But technically, like, RLCS Open Quals is RLCS. Obviously, it's just Open Quals, but it is RLCS. And that will start in late January, which I'm very excited about. Also, there was big news in this one I might make a video on. Like, I actually will probably make... The next video on my channel will probably be about this topic. RLCS is no longer going to be made by Psyonix. And what I mean by that is they have hired a production company to make RLCS. Now, people may or may not have known this, but Psyonix was working with the production company already for RLCS, but only for production on LAN, or at least as I understand it, it was mainly for LANs, not for you know, everything RLCS, just for LANs. They hired ESL, so you may or may not have known this, but ESL is an esports production company. They make all kinds of huge events in other esports like CS:GO. I think Dota, they've run some events, so all kinds of events ESL runs, and they also helped run Rocket League. I don't know what happened, but ESL is out. And there was a tweet today that came out that Blast, which is a different production org that also does events in CSGO and other esports, and Blast is going to be partnering with Epic Games to produce Fortnite, like the Fortnite Championship Series and the Rocket League Championship Series. And I am very excited to see how... Now, we don't know a lot of info, and it might be a negative change, but I think given that we lost so many production people on the Psyonix side, like they cut half their staff for RLCS, I am very excited that it's officially on paper that another group will be making it, just because I think they need more man people. Or they need more hours. You know, they need more man hours. They need more support. You know, the men and women that make Rocket League, they cut that team in half. That make RLCS, they cut that team in half. I talked over the end of this series. I am so sorry, but Team Egg won the series. What an ending. Congratulations. The overtime victory. I got distracted again. Oh, man. But anyway, I got distracted again. But so, for the record, Sean, I'm just giving you the newest information we have. I know it's bad. There is no date. There just is no date. For the record. But congratulations, Team Egg. What a series from them. And we will be continuing with another show match. So folks, if you're new to the channel, welcome. I hope you're having a great day. You can join by typing !Q space join. It's above my head. That's how you join the queue. The next 6 people, if you give me a minute, I will grab them. Give me just a moment. I think we have 6 people that should be ready to roll here. Unfortunately, this list a little bit out of order. I'm not quite sure this is the correct order, but what I'm seeing is Slow, Cisolity, Dwarf Gaming, Baby Duck, Santos, and Kane. So if you're one of those 6 people, you are in the next show match. So let me grab those 6. So if you're one of those 6, let me know your in-game name in the chat and I will throw you into the lobby. And if you've already played today, it won't let you in the queue. I'm sorry about that, folks. I'm a Nexo AI. Very interesting name, Cisolity. Very interesting name. And then we got SS Low. And then who else? Kane, Santos, Baby Duck, and Dwarf. Kane, Santos, Baby Duck, and Dwarf. Are any of you guys here? If you're not here, we're going to pick someone else from the queue. Alright, ATD, Fijan, let's get you in here. We got Dwarf Gaming in. That's a hilarious name to me. I'm a Nexto AI. Very nice indeed. Ahmed, you just played. Ahmed, you have played. You have. Alright, there's more people in the queue if we get through these 6, but I still need Santos and Baby Duck. Santos and Baby Duck. And Kane, sorry, and Kane. Santos, Baby Duck, and Kane. Are you guys still here? Last call for Santos, Baby Duck, and Kane. Folks, if you're in the chat, you need to say something now, or I will assume you're not here anymore, and we will pull somebody else from the chat. You're Mohammed. Ahmed, I know you've played. I know you've played. Oh man, it looks like they're not here. Mr. 10, you know, you were originally higher in the queue. I do remember that. I do remember that. So you know what? Let's throw you in. Let's throw you in, Abex. We're still missing Kane, Santos, and Baby Duck. If that's one of you, say it now. Yeah, and then next up would be Skib in the chat. Ahmed, you're gonna have to tell me about that game later. I've never played. I don't know what that is, but you keep talking about it. All right, Mr. Skib, can you let me know what your name is in Epic? Sean, you are not Santos. Yeah, I'm not gonna say the full name, Mr. Skib, so I'm just gonna call you Mr. Skib. I don't know if that's what you want, but that's what you're getting. It's a fun Souls-like. Well, it sounds interesting. It does. Souls games I've never gotten into, but those are the games I've always been like, I'm gonna play those one day, and then I never do. I never do, but I'll get around to it one day. Folks, I want to thank everyone for being here in the chat. Reminder, if you're enjoying the content and you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. It's an easy and free way to support me. It helps me grow, and if you hit that bell, it helps you get notified when I go live and put out new content. Right now, we are at 662 subscribers. Thank you to everybody that subscribed. We got a new subscriber today. I really do appreciate it. Thank you very much. All right, Mr. Skib. You can add Skib. Dwarf, you're in the game, right? Yeah, just add him to the party. Add him to the party, Dwarf. Digital Kapow, I'm probably going to get you in as well, because we're still missing. So there we go. We're going to move up the queue. So Digital Kapow and Skib, you guys are both in. Booney, I'm sorry. I'm skipping over you because you already played. You already played. um, so Digital Kapow. What's your in-game name, Mr. Digital Kapow? Or you can add me, by the way. I am AskPat13 on Epic. It's the exact same as my YouTube. I would add me. It's going to be easier than me adding you, and then I'll accept and invite you to the party. Elden Ring. That's the one that I actually am going to play at some point. Elden Ring. I keep saying that. I've got to play it at some point, but I never got a chance to. The problem with Elden Ring is I don't have time for a game like that. Like, I know it's going to be a time sink in the short term. Alright, I'm going to assume AZ Freestyler is who we're looking to invite. Alright, so there you go, Digital Kapow. We're getting you in. And that's going to be 6. And I'm just going to pick the teams at random, honestly. Because I'm not sure who is who. So we're going to get Team Egg and Team Car in here. Let's say... Well, I don't know who this is, but you're a bit late. Whoever just added me. In a bunch of boxes. You're too late. Let's do Pro, Abax, and Johal. Let's just do it that way. Yeah, let's do that. Actually... No. And... Alright, no worries, Kane. Oh, I'm sorry to hear you're having a bad day. I hope your day gets better, Kane. Or, because sometimes you just have bad days. I hope your next day is much better if you're having a bad day today. So, sorry about that, Kane. Yeah, I hope, hope it's looking up tomorrow. This is probably the last show match, Vinny. Alright, looks like NA. Looks like NA. Alright. Oh. Sure. Alright, we're gonna do NA servers. We're gonna do Forbidden Temple. I love this map. Alright, here we go. Good luck, have fun to all the players as we get into things. We're gonna reset the fan poll. Team Egg won by a landslide in the poll, and that was accurate to what actually happened. But here we're gonna start a new poll. Who will win this series? Is it Team Egg? Or Car, rather. We'll start with Team Car this time. Or is it Team Egg? Let me know with your votes in the fan poll. I think I balanced the teams. We're going to have to find out. Here we go. Game number 1. Slow going to start out with an early kickoff goal. No one goes for the ball on the side of blue. Unfortunate. No one went for kickoff. AI Freestyler, or AZ Freestyler, looks like they just didn't go for ball. Left go as usually. You quit Rocket League? Alright, no worries, Kane. I hope you, you know what happens. If for whatever reason, if you don't want to play, if the game's not fun anymore, then stop playing it, It's all, there's 2 reasons to play Rocket League. And the number 1 reason to play Rocket League is to have fun. So if you're not having fun, don't play. You can also, play the game for a sense of accomplishment to get better and feel good about, your achievement in the game. But at the end of the day, it's a video game, and if you're not having fun, I definitely would take a break. So I hope you feel better, Kane, and I hope you find something fun that you enjoy. Maybe that's watching the stream. You don't have to play to watch the stream. I'm a little bit biased. I think it's fun to watch the stream, but of course, if that's not your cup of tea, no worries. I'm glad for when you were around, Kane. I hope you have a good one. SSL, now you're good. AVAX, you guys got this. It's not over. You can't give up before it's even started. Fooney, if you ditch me on Lethal today, we're gonna have a problem. Ooh. Twisted and Fooney playing some more Lethal Company. I played a few Lethal Company streams on Twitch, which, speaking of that, since I mentioned it, my Twitch is linked in my description. It's one of my links you can click, and if you do go over to my Twitch, I'd really appreciate a follow. I'm slowly growing on there. If I stream on there, it's usually not Rocket League, but so if you just like Rocket League, you can stick on here on YouTube where I stream all my Rocket League content. But if you like to check me out when I play all kinds of assorted other games, like variety games, check out my stream on Twitch. It's 2:20 a.m. I've been waiting all day. That's funny. I probably will play Lethal at some point, but not tonight, and probably not in the near future. Foodie, I thought you were gonna play. I thought you were gonna play Escape from Tarkov with me. What happened to that? If you ever want to play Tarkov, I am down. Is it the goal number 2? It is. Slow slots home goal number 2, and Team A takes a lead here as we have 3 minutes left in the game. A nice lead for them. Never got an invite. Foodie, I added the live stream notifications to say I was playing Tarkov. And I was doing runs with viewers, but maybe you didn't get the memo. That's okay. And Sean, I will say, it is, it's funny, because I just talked about, because Kane said they weren't going to play Rocket League anymore. And you know how I said games are supposed to be fun? It really feels like Tarkov is not designed to be fun. I'm gonna be completely blunt. So if you don't find it fun, trust me, it's not a you problem. The game, because I talk about those two aspects, right? Games, they either are fun to play or they give you a feeling of accomplishment, really. And that's why you play them. Most of the time it's for fun, but I think it's fair that you can play a game to feel accomplished or to feel good about yourself because you achieved something, right? Rocket League does that. People that rank up, if you hit Grand Champ for the first time, that's an achievement that people are proud of, right? So there's reasons to play games beyond just being fun, but I will say, Tarkov leans really heavily onto that good feeling when you accomplish something like surviving, and the general like day-to-day fun of the game is really lacking, because you die so much, and deaths can be so frustrating that it doesn't feel fun. But when you live and you got like that great raid in, it feels so good. That's why you play Tarkov, for the highs. But the lows are really low, I will say. The lows are really low. Here we go though, next to AI, trying to get a goal, trying to get a lead for Team Car. Put them back into this game. 1:43 to go here. You didn't want me to play because you're European, you didn't think? Didn't think I knew how to handle a gun. Well, Foodie, I mean, I wasn't going to say that. Nah, funnily enough, I feel like the Europeans are better at Escape from Tarkov than Americans. Although, supposedly, you guys have worse cheater problems. The worst is West Coast NA, because there's a lot of cheaters. But then after that, it sounds like EU is worse than NA East for cheaters in lobbies. Pat ignoring you because you're British? I'm not ignoring you because you're British. Sounds like Coke, the drink. Maybe. Here we go, though. A minute left in this game. It could go either way. We'll have to see who gets the job done. It's a chance for a shot, and it is! Freestyler slams home goal number 3. 50 seconds remaining. We do indeed have a lead for Team Car. You haven't been enjoying... You're bored of video games in general. Oh, I gotcha, Sean. I will say, I think I'm going to play Lethal Company at some point with you guys, but I will say I think I've almost maxed out on Lethal Company, because it's one of those games that's fun to play with other people, but after a while, I would get bored because there's no new objectives. The game remains the same, which is fun for a run, but once you've done like 5 runs, you've almost done everything, you know? I'll be really excited if they add goals to the game. Like, for example, you guys showed me that underground area. on the company world, if they add a way to actually make that, like, activate it, well, then suddenly you have a purpose, and I'd be much more interested in playing. But you know what I mean? Like, yeah. Here we go. If the ball touches the dirt, Team Car, and it does, Team Car will take game number 1. They start this series off strong, and if they can continue, if they can hit their stride, oh my goodness. Mod, what is that? We only condone friendly. We don't condone any drugs, Ahmad, even the friendly ones. Nope, not allowed. Team Egg, they're going to have to bounce back from this early loss. We'll have to see what they can do in the next game. Tarkov is worse for what? No, there's lots of goals in Tarkov. Well, actually, let me rephrase it this way. The difference between Tarkov and Lethal Company is in Tarkov, you don't actually lose everything. When you get back to the ship, if Lethal Company was about acquiring money and getting as high as you could, I would actually prefer that game because I am like one of those people that likes acquiring games. So if the goal in Lethal Company was just to acquire money and there was no quota, and you didn't like lose the game if you missed a quota, I would like it a lot more because it would be persistent. Tarkov has a persistent inventory that sticks around for like months, like 6 months of an inventory. And I will say what makes me turn away from Tarkov whenever I get back into it is a wipe. Because once it wipes, I'm like, oh, I get reminded that it's all temporary anyway. But it gives the illusion of permanence of your stuff. Whereas with Lethal Company, there's no such illusion. It's not permanent. You will lose and you won't last very long. Tarkov, you literally can be sitting on an inventory. You can have an item in your inventory for months, which you should be using them, obviously. But anyway. They do have the same goal, but I just mentioned it. It's permanence. It's the permanence of your stuff. There's be no objective making the game pointless. And Sean, well, in Tarkov, there is a point, and it's PvP. So I get what you're saying. I think when a game is only PvE, there has to be some kind of drive to keep playing. And I agree. I'm not saying it's a worse... I'm not saying that Lethal Company shouldn't have a quota. I think it should have a quota. I'm just saying that I think that makes it a better game, but it makes it less of a game for me. Anyway, if you know what I mean. Booney, I'm a streamer. What do you... We're here to talk. Do you want me to, like, not talk? Anyway. Folks, if you're new to it, welcome to the stream. Sorry I'm getting distracted by the chat, but if you want to chat, you're welcome to. I am interacting with chat. I'm also casting the games here, getting distracted by it, but Nexto getting a goal, tying up this game. Team Car trying to work their way to a Game 2 win that would put them on match point. The looting, yeah, there is fun in the looting, for sure. Looting is fun. I just like looting things. In Tarkov, I'm a bit of a scav main, which is a problem, but I'm only a scav main because I just like looting so much. I don't know what was said in the chat. Where's these freestyles? I don't know what he needs. Did someone quit or something? Well, unfortunately, Pro Shiloh got a goal there. Past Central. Hopefully Nexto isn't trash. I don't like trash talking your teammates. Alright, let's see how this goes. Nexto maybe getting a kickoff goal to make up for it, and indeed they make right back up for the goal given as they take a goal and tie things up. Team Egg has to work on these kickoffs. They have to work on these kickoffs. Alright, Nexo says he's just joking. Just joking. Scav main, not stab main. Making London references. Mooney, I'm referencing scavs and escape. Like, scav is a scavenger and escape from Tarkov. It's slang for scavenger. Here we go. Slow in the corner. Maybe a 50. Actually, a demo on Joe Hall almost gave Team Egg an opening. Instead, Egg, the ball goes all the way back into their corner as Team Car was the one that was given an opening. You haven't been playing much recently, but the next time you play with me, you get 2 more decent people. The world record is up to 7,300. That's crazy. I don't think we'll get world record, but we could definitely go pretty far. I'd be excited to try. You know what I saw, Sean, that makes me want to play it? They added shotguns to the game. I knew they added an enemy with a shotgun. I didn't know you can take the shotgun. If you kill the toy guy with the shovel, you can steal his shotgun. That is so OP. You can kill things with a shotgun now. Yes, sign me up. Sign me up. I want to know if it can kill a Bracken, because I'm thinking it might be able to kill a Bracken, and if it can... What? Hey, Sean, you don't know what I'm talking about? You can kill the toy soldier. There's so many mods. I'm not talking about a mod. It's in the base game. Hey, Sean, it's in the base game. You kill the toy soldier, and it drops a shotgun, and it can. Very nice. See, that's gonna make the game. Because the one thing I didn't like about the game is there was stuff that was outside of your control, and it was basically unwinnable situation. Most notably, if you were like escorting a coil head or like getting out with a coil head, and a Bracken is there. You can't kill, like you can't kill Coilhead, you can't kill a Bracken, or at least you can't easily kill a Bracken. But if you have the shotgun, suddenly most enemies are manageable now. Almost every enemy is manageable. From before, like third of the enemies were almost unkillable. Oh, you got to 4,500, very nice. And yeah, we can definitely do mods at some point. Oh, you're talking about how I think Lethal is boring? I never said it was boring. I said once I got a couple more runs in, I feel like I would have done it all. That was what I said. Yes, how does Tarkov not get you going? It's all about the feeling of winning in a raid. You know, Lethal Company comes close, but it's smaller. The highs are lower, but the lows are lower as well. When you lose in Lethal Company, it's not a big deal. When you lose in Tarkov, it feels like a big deal. But because of that, when you win in Lethal Company, it also doesn't feel like as big of a deal. Anyway. Fooney, when I'm in the mood for Tarkov, I'm really in the mood. And that's actually going to be a problem, because RLCS is going to begin, and I'm going to be distracted by Tarkov. But anyway, it's okay. Distracted talking to chat. We enter the final 15 seconds. Team Car remains up 1 goal. If we don't see a last-minute miracle from Team Egg, they will drop this game and will be, on the brink of a sweep loss. Team Car about to be on match point. Team Egg, they need to go the whole distance of the field here, and they can't do it. The ball hits the dirt. Team Car win game number 2 and put themselves on an early match point, trying to fight their way to what could be a sweep. And 78% of the chat agrees with that, being a reality. Very few people voting for Team Egg. Very few people believing in Team Egg. Team Car dominating so far. They've been close games, definitely been close games, but Team Car has been a bit too OP, dominating Team Egg in the final moments when it matters the most. You just said dying makes you lose everything. How is that not a lower low? No, Sean, I think you misunderstand me. Although it definitely, when you miss the quota, it is a very low, but it's still not as bad as Tarkov, because Tarkov, you have a persistent inventory. So when you had a really important quest item that you've been searching weeks for, and you die with that on you, that's a lower low, because it's a persistent inventory. That's what makes it higher highs and lower lows, is the persistence. I don't know if you guys know what I mean, but it's the fact that what you do has an impact a week from now. It's the same. It's like you get to see growth over the space of a long span of time, kind of like an MMO. That's what attracts me to MMOs, is that when you level up, when you get a new piece of armor, it persists and you keep growing. It's just that Lethal Company is a miniature version of that, because you do grow over the course of a save file, but the moment that your run's over, it's like a roguelike. I like roguelites, or roguelikes, or whatever they're called, but it's not the same thing as a persistent inventory. It's a miniature version. It's like the same mechanics, but again, lower lows, higher highs. I like roguelikes, and I like Lethal Company, but it's not as intriguing to me as a persistent inventory. You don't like Team Car? If you switch it... The twerking Merc, is that a thing? As Slow gets goal number 2, Team Egg making a comeback maybe. They'd have to win 3 games in a row, but the series isn't quite over. If they did manage to do it, if they did manage to win 3 games, they would take this series and be the final victors of today. I just realized we probably should end the queue, but I don't think anyone else has joined. No, nobody has. This will be the final game, folks, just for the record. Invite back to the party. Did you leave the game? Are you not in? Oh my goodness. Sorry about that. Facility. What's your in-game name? I don't remember. I have to scroll back up. What's your in-game name? What's your in-game name? I don't see it. I think you are... Who are you? I don't remember. You're next to AI. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Oh, no. The party's bugged. You know what? Let me just do this. Let me try and add you this way. I don't see next to AI. I don't see you. Fortunately, I don't see you online. I'm a next to... Oh, my bad. I'm silly. There we go. I've invited you to the party. Now just join the party game. Sorry about that. Unfortunately for Team Car, they lost a player, and it has cost them a little bit, as now they are down 3-0. But they've got 2 minutes, 43 seconds to make a comeback happen. We have Twerking Merc. I gotta look this up. What? Depends on what that means, really. Because I don't know what that means. Like, well, I know what it means, like, what the words mean. But together, I don't know if that what that is, so let me look this up. Oh my goodness. Why is this a thing? I didn't know that was a thing, but you know what, it is. We got a Kachow next to it. I did manage to get a goal. And suddenly, you know, it's not over for Team Car. It is not over. If that's a freely available GIF, I might have to make use of that. I'm not going to be able to put it in for now. Too saucy, I can't show that on stream. It's definitely close to crossing the line, I will say. I think it's pretty close. I'll have to think about it. I can't show that on stream? Oh, yeah, okay, wait, you're talking about what I said before. I don't know if your Steam account appears on my friends list, and I don't want to check in the middle of the series, but a minute 17 to go. We still need to see a 2-goal comeback from Team Car, or they will lose this game, and Team A will potentially start a road to a reverse sweep. They have to obviously take it one game at a time, but their reverse sweep road could start here. We'll have to see if that is exactly what happens, or if alternatively, you know, no comeback is in the cards. I don't know about a masterpiece, Sean. I don't know about a masterpiece, but I think right now I have some really generic alerts for when someone becomes a channel member or donates or subscribes. Maybe I could spice that up a bit. That's what I was thinking about, but then I don't know. It might be too much. It might be too much. Ooh, nearly a goal, but AVAC saves his own teammate's shot. That would have been the dagger. It would have been done and dusted. Team Egg victorious, and it still will be. as Pro slots that one in. 4-1. Dominating this game. Team A indeed has turned the corner, but we'll have to see if that continues or if this is just a temporary shift and Team Car will easily win the next game. Definitely not. No, Winnie, no. No to both of the things you said. Those are both like L's of a pretty wide, of a pretty large variety. Big L's there. Here we go, slow though. Does slot home goal number 5. And you know what? If you're gonna win the game, why not tack on more goals? Why not, you know, twist the knife a little bit? Team A, they want this to be, prove that it's not just that they had a 3v2. They won this game off their own merits, and they want to enter the next game with all the momentum in their favor, and that's exactly what's happened. Team A wins this game, takes the momentum back from Team Car, and if they can keep it going, perhaps they can force Champions Field. Well, let's see if indeed they will force Champions Field. Certainly is possible. Oh my goodness. You've never laughed so much in your life. Come on, Pat. You gotta at least... No, Sean, no. I don't know if this is what my fans want, Fooney, or if this is just what you want. Here we go. Team Car versus Team A. Game number 4. Reminder, folks, Team Car is on match point. One more game their way, and they will win this series, ending it here and now. On the other side of things, Team A, if they win this, they force Game 5, they force Champs Field. They will be the ones to make it the distance and perhaps win a reverse sweep victory. We'll see how it goes. Welcome back, Silver Shard. How are you doing? Unfortunately, this is the last show match of the day, but you still get to watch out these final moments as maybe Team A gets an early lead, and they do if they win this game. They force Game 5, they force Champs Field, and it's looking like it's going to happen. You hate us. All right, Fooney. We lost Nexto AI again, and what a bad time. What a bad time. Yeah, if you are a fan of Team Car, you are head in your hands, devastated that they have lost perhaps their best player multiple times now to disconnects. A-Back should have put that one in. I'm not quite sure what he was trying for there. Unfortunately, he doesn't keep possession of the ball, and it's going to give a free pass to Team Car and give more time for Nexto to return to the lobby, return to the game. It's unfortunate there that that they've lost their third yet again. But again, things are not over for Team Car, but maybe they will be. Slow slots home goal number 2, and now Team A has doubled up their lead. They've doubled up their lead in a great time to do just about a minute into this game. The bigger a lead they can build in this 2v3, the better a deal it'll be for them. Kane raid. Well, thank you, Kane. I appreciate it. Kane, were you streaming? Either way, welcome. How was your stream if you were streaming? Joe Hall gets goal number 1. Goal number 1 for Joe Hall. And you know what? It's not over for Team Car. It isn't. It's a tough road. They're down a player. But you know what? Maybe they managed to win it 2v3. Break the morale of Team A. Stranger things have happened. But, and you know, as I say that, indeed, stranger things have happened. They get an early goal here. What a view there. Close up on the ball. But they beat, you know, the Team A to the ball. They tie up the game. And suddenly, off that kickoff goal, it really is right back into things. Welcome, Vincent and Zach. Folks, welcome to the chat. I hope you guys are happy to be here. What is this? Another goal from Team Car. To answer your question, yes, you can. Of course, you can play on my stream in general, but unfortunately for tonight, this is the last show match of the night. So This is the last show match of the night, so you won't be able to play like tonight. But generally speaking, when I stream on Thursdays and Saturdays, you join by joining the queue, and you do that by, there's a thing above my head. You can test it out for next time. It won't, I mean today, this is the end of it. But you join the queue by typing !queue space join. And when you join the queue, it puts you in on the list to make the next show match. Like I said, today, we're going to be done for today, but that's how you join in the future. But I appreciate you guys being here, Zach and Vincent. Yeah, no, it's okay, guys. Oh, you quit Rocket League and now you unquitted Rocket League. Well, Kane, I'm not going to lie, that is probably the quickest unquitting of Rocket League I've ever seen. But you know what? I'm glad you're back into Rocket League. Welcome back. Slow slots it in, and what is this? Team Egg. You know, they've been struggling, but they want to force this game 5. They want to keep things alive, and that's exactly the way it seems to be going. Is again, Team Car is stuck in an unfortunate 2v3. Still stuck in a 2v3. We'll have to see if that'll change, or if Nexto will return. If he doesn't, Team Car has to work with what they've got. They have to score another goal here. They've got a lot of time to do it. 2 minutes, 51 seconds left on the clock. And then they'll have to score a goal following that to win the game. And you know what? Tying it, not difficult at all. Drill Hall right on that with their 4th goal, tying things up. And you know, we start to get to the point where you're like, I mean, what... how long will this go on? What exactly does Team Egg need to do to take advantage of the fact they have an extra player? It's a 2v3 right now, and they're still dropping goals. If they lose this game, this series is over. They can't afford a loss. 75% of the fan vote believe in Team Car, and they still are kind of living up to that, you know, favorites name, despite being down a player. They're playing 2v3, and I still, you look at the gameplay, and they look like the favorites. They do. Here we go, though. It's in their own corner, and as the time starts to trickle away, it's going to get more and more imperative that they don't let goals in. 2 minutes remaining now. For every goal that Team Car lets in, their path to a victory becomes ever more tenuous, and Slow is going to start them on that path with the 5th goal for Team A, putting them back in the lead. Again, it's a tough one for Team Car, but they're not out of this yet. By some miracle, they have managed to score and tie things up each and every time Team Egg has taken the lead. This, goal here could be no different. Joe Hall, what can he do? He gets it by 1. Unfortunately, the ball flies by him, though he can't get it past 2. And indeed, Slow is going to leave this ball for Pro, who puts it into the corner. Dangerous time to be a player on Team Car, but again, they see it away. W King of the Hill challenge. Did you guys enjoy that, Booney? If you guys want to do King of the Hill again, let me know. We might be doing that more in the future. Freestyler into the corner. Flow is there, though, and he will. Slow sees it away. 6 goals to 4. Dominating this game. It is the 3v2, but that is all there is to work with. I'm still checking next, so seemingly unavailable. Let's run it for Saturday. You missed it last time. Oh, is it still say King of the Hill in the borrow? Oh my goodness, it still says King of the... The overlay. I fixed it. Well, you know what? It said that the whole time. That's fine. The King of the Hill challenge was fun. I think we might run it again. I mean, what I want to do is I want to do a 1v1v1v1 King of the Hill challenge. I have to figure out how to do it, but I think I can get a 1v1v1v1 working. I got to figure out the rules, but as long as everyone knows the rules, I think we can make it work. I appreciate it, Fooney. Let me know what you guys think, but I think we could do a free-for-all type scenario where the goal is to score as many goals as you individually can by the end of the game. And the way it would work is because of the way goals are credited, you just have to score on the opposite net. And you might want to save your opponent's shots when you get a chance, or goal steal. We'll figure it out, but I think we'll do a 1v1v1v1 type thing. I'll figure it out. I think it'll be fun. Here we go, Joe Hall to slam it home, but no own goal there, and Team Egg do indeed take it. And with that game, put us on to game number 5. Whew. Let's see if Team Car wants another player. If they don't want another player, we will play on in a 3v2 scenario. When he just violated... What did he say? Sean, what did he say? Make it very clear what the rules are? I will have to make it clear what the rules are. Yeah. They're not saying anything. I don't know if they can see what I'm typing, so I guess we just play on. Alright, we play on. Well, Sean, then DM it to me. What did he say? Now it feels even worse. I guess Team Car is playing down a player. Maybe they couldn't see what I said. I did ask if they wanted a third, but here we go. Rooney will kill you. Well, then you shouldn't have said anything at all, Sean. It's too late. Now I'm just going to assume the worst out of Fooney. Here we go, slow, an early lead. Again, a massive disadvantage to be down a player. And unfortunately for Team Car, they couldn't overcome it in this possession. But there's still time on the clock. They kept last game close. They might be able to keep this one close too. Well, I guess I know of it, Ashon. I guess I know of it. Slow. Keeping it going here. Let's see what Slow can do. Bro actually puts it down the field. And you know what's funny, Fooney? I just realized I made a benefit of being a member that you get your name at the end of my videos, and I haven't made a video since I made that change to being a member of the channel. So I really do need to fix that. Here we go, though. A nice goal from Avax off the pass from Pro, and it does put Team Egg up 2 goals the better now. And as we enter the back half of this Game 5, that could be... Then, you know, starting to be the nails in the coffin, starting to be the end of the series here. And Team Car, despite having all the fan votes, may lose, but it'll really be more indicative of the fact that they lost a player than anything. Welcome, William Adamore. Welcome to the channel. How are you doing today, William? How are you doing? Fooney, stop it. With the... No, we're not doing that, Fooney. Fooney, you're going to scare away new viewers. Well, William, I'm glad you're doing well. I hope you're enjoying it. We are doing Rocket League viewer show matches. This show match is pretty much over, and unfortunately, one of the teams lost a player midway through. So it's going to be a pretty anticlimactic end. But the way we do is we do viewer show matches in Rocket League. So if you play Rocket League and you want to play in a show match, come back and check out my streams in the future. Unfortunately, this is the last show match of the night. But usually you would join the queue by using the command above my head, !Q space join. And when you use that command, it puts you on a list that I pull players from for the next show match. We usually do 2v2s, 3v3s. We've even done 1v1 show matches of all varieties. So if you want to check that out, consider subscribing. I stream every Saturday and every Thursday, and I'd absolutely love to have you in a future stream, Mr. William. Adamore. That's a nice name, William Adamore. I like that. You can make millions? No, Sean, no. Good. I'm glad you like that, William. We'll try and get you in maybe Saturday. Check out stream on Saturday. We might be doing a fun game mode. This is just normal 3v3s, 2v2s today. But we might be trying a different, spice it up, a free-for-all King of the Hill type format coming back. We'll see how it goes. Abax puts this one to the corner. Ball flies it central, and Joe Hall is there for the stop. Hey, Sean, I'm not going to call you a name that's not yours. Call you Noonie. What do you mean, Noonie? There we go. Another goal from Slow as we enter the final half of this game. It is a bit of a runaway from Team A. Not too unexpected, but still disappointing all the same. I don't know what happened to Nexto. I was going to assume his whole internet died or something. Unfortunately, not able to finish out the series. Pronounced New Me. Very nice. Wow. I don't know what you mean, William, but we're glad to have you here. Like I said, we'll be getting into more show matches on Saturday. Nearly a goal there. A save. Is it still a save? It is, but it's an own goal. That ball ping-ponged all around the net from player to player. In fact, after Joe Hall touched this, all three players, yeah, you heard me right, all three orange players had contact before it went into the net. The worst possible sort of own goal as all three Team A players played a role in that ball, fitting into their own net. And yeah, the series is pretty much over, but you don't want to be the one that gives an opening. There's 2 minutes left in the game. If somehow, some way, Team Car ends up winning this game, winning this series, you're going to look back on that moment. But as I'm even saying that, again, it's a runaway goal here. Team A, even when everything goes wrong for them and they own goal into the net, they work back down the field the very next possession and get a goal right back in their favor. So pretty much like it never was, they can ignore the own goal and really just call it a setup for a Brazil, as it does look like we are inching our way towards a Brazil for Team A. But of course, the moment I say that, I curse it to be no Brazil after all. Joe Hall slots one home, gets the second goal for Team Car, keeps their hopes up a little bit, but perhaps more importantly in the grand scheme of things, prevents the Brazil from occurring. Bro, putting it middle. It's a pass. Slow is there. Nearly slots it on target, but it was a miss. Joe Hall has to push this one down the field by his lonesome, and that's exactly what he's doing it. He puts it outfield. Maybe gets a 50 with Slow here. Instead, he kind of just lets the ball get away from him. Slow in the corner. Air dribble. Over one. No. Joe Hall gets the touch. Still, though, with a minute 35 to go, we need to see a miracle here from Team Car, or the series will be over. Joe Hall trying to start his way towards that miracle one step at a time. And step number one, get the ball out of your net. Unfortunately, nothing to be done there. Pro makes a save for the side of Team Car, playing for the other team right now. You like the video? It's William, which video? Or are you talking about the stream? I hope you're enjoying both. I got William's approval. Oh my god. You know, no. No. No, I even... Yes! No! No! Oh my goodness. I don't know what you meant by yes, William. Maybe you meant the, show match. Here we go, though. 30 seconds left. Players are starting to disconnect. That's going to be the series. That's going to be the game. Team A ultimately win the series. Congratulations, GG's, in the chat, as they do take what ultimately is a 3-2 victory, game 5 finish. What a series. You are 9. Wow. Yeah, and not see Foodie and Sean. That is why you don't say what you guys were saying. My goodness. My goodness. But I appreciate you being here, William. Alright. Welcome, Texie. Welcome. Unfortunately, Texie, this is pretty much the end of the stream. We just finished our last show match of the night. Folks, I want to thank everyone for being here. If you enjoy, I hope you enjoyed the stream. If you did, and you're not a subscriber, consider subscribing. I'd really appreciate it. It helps me grow. And if you hit that little bell, It helps me get or it helps you get notified when I go live or I put out videos. RLCS is nearly upon us. We've got just about a month until we're back into the thick of things. And if you're going to want to keep up with all that Rocket League Championship Series action, definitely subscribe to the channel. Also, if you like show matches, I'll still be doing some show matches here and there as we move on. Sorry about that, Texie. You should be able to catch a stream on Saturday, or well, if you can, I'll be streaming Saturday. You can get some show matches then, but sorry about that, Texie. Booney, stop. Alrighty, have a good night, Texie Indy, and I hope everyone has a great night. Thank you again for watching. Actually, before you go, if you need to leave, you're free to leave, obviously. We're going to raid somebody. We've done this before, and I want to do it again. We are going to find a stream to raid, a Rocket League stream, and we are going to raid it. So if you give me a moment, I will pull up a random stream, hopefully someone smaller than I am, and we will raid them. Let's find someone to raid. Give me a minute and we'll get right back into things. There we go. All right. So we are trying to find somebody to raid. Fringe? Is that a person? I don't think this is a person. It's not. But if you had a link, you could send me a link. But I assume you're just making... You're just... let's see this. I don't like the subscribe to play.
They gave us one. We give them one, right?
Yeah, too many subscribers.
When will the stream end?
Let's find a smaller streamer. My acoustic? If I was going to play a guitar, I probably would pick acoustic over electric, yeah. How about you, Finny? Hey, we found my own stream. Very nice. This looks interesting.
Oh.
Okay, I like this. I like this. I'm going to pick this guy. He has less subscribers than me. He's live. He only has one viewer. Folks, make sure to head over.
I'm not sure if they were shooting it, but I just wanted to make sure I had to say it.
Make sure to head over and say it's an AskPat 13 raid.
No, dude, that's not a power clear.
Go over and raid this guy. Tell him you're coming from AskPat 13. I hope he likes it. Make sure to give him a subscribe, like it.
Raid, what? Raid, what do you mean, raid?
Yeah, he's already reacting.
Gaming, how are you doing
That's
today?
very nice. Thank you guys for going over there. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Let's go make this guy's day, and I hope you guys have a great night. See you guys next stream.